cool. I will go live then.
Oh, Halldamir,
There we are.
I picked up the language Goblin, since my intelligence I low 20 intelligence now.
Alright, cool.
I forgot to pick that language, and I figured that would be okay since we do have goblins.
Do have goblins.
Wait, what?
So,
Laurentius could have teach you Goblin.
there we go.
Since when did we have
He
goblins?
knows it. Since like session 2 or 3.
We got goblins pretty fast.
Don't believe you.
Well,
I mean, you make the Goblin sad.
that's okay. We keep them in the basement.
There's like a score of goblins. But anyway, welcome everybody to another Age of Ashes session. Last time, and for Sheep's benefit, there was lots of constructing going on. The guys decided that you wanted to knock down some walls and build them back up. You also decided that you were going to build a trading post, basically, for your
Or one of my family members of the Black Star Caravan.
Yep. Yes, so the trading post was built and then upgraded. So you guys now have access to a weekly ability to get a 9th level magic item. And yes, Alicia's cousin swung by with the blessing of their family to include her, to let her run the trading post effectively.
Mm-hmm.
She is very intelligent, woman who can pretty much talk circles around everyone. She has the distinct ability to be able to speak several languages. She sorry, my dogs are barking. Sorry, give me a sec.
The dogs had distracted this recap.
The wargs want to get it some attention.
Yes.
Lux hasn't been paying attention enough to them.
Yeah, I'll actually be too busy with the bear and the lion.
I'm back. Yes, the bear and the lion. And the I forget what they are now.
Wargs?
Wargs, that's it. Yeah, and your wargs.
Please no, I only have access to control the bear, though.
Yes. But yes, so she's been a very helpful addition so far, and seems to be rather charismatic to boot.
She older than Alicia? Alicia's pretty young,
yes.
so
Yeah.
So I imagine she's the one that taught her about law, legal codes, or what is it? One of their other family members.
That would have been one of the other family members. She is. She's one that probably taught you a couple of the languages you started out with.
Draconic, maybe Fey, Abyssal, Infernal.
Yes. Yes.
Who does your family trade with exactly?
We are a large caravan that travels the main road, so we trade with most everyone.
All those dragons and fiends?
I mean, in Penance, the nearby region is Chiliax. So...
Yeah.
Yep. Cheliax is a thing.
I mean, you can't always avoid the dragon, so
Sometimes offering them tribute is the way to get past.
I mean, we
them.
do have 3 very small ones in this place, so
yeah.
I mean, we might have a red dragon in the area.
Yes, he's you've not seen him, but
I
you
mean,
reckon he could be there by now.
he'll show up when he shows up. No rush.
Absolutely.
It is a bit of a travel to get here.
Especially wounded.
you know, he might have taken a detour, terrorized a farm or 2 on the way. You know how it goes.
I imagine more recovering from the from the horrors that would have inflicted upon him.
But yeah, and then I think we pretty much left off with some vague discussions about how you wanted everything to sort of look.
I mean, Lux critted his animal handling check with the lion.
That's true.
I did. I can't control Harriet, but I have.
So,
He is now a permanent addition to our team.
let me change that. Yeah, okay, hang on. Yeah, where are you in there? There you are.
No, I have a whole family of these guys, though.
Yeah, you're set an observer. Did I give you? Did I put
You gave me ownership of Sir
Oh, yeah.
Grizzlesworth, but observer of everyone else.
Interesting.
For the wargs, that makes sense because they're.
Yeah, the wargs are their own people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, since we did get the whole way station
Okay.
online and we made purchases from it, I can now speak with Sir Grizzlesworth.
I don't think you have that yet.
Ah, okay. Tell me.
The-
Okay. Whenever it does get completed, then.
Yeah,
you're-
the trade post just got completed.
Okay.
it just finished. It.
Yeah.
It's the 19th. First requisition order will return.
Soon I'll be able to talk with Sir Grizzlesworth.
Yes, very soon. Very soon.
Yeah,
Because that was the lower level thing, I believe. That you
I think they would have just arrived as the trade post was completed.
Yep. So yeah, she's not actually here at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Alec likes his new office space.
Yep, his office has been slightly expanded, and he has better view for stabbing people with a halberd.
Fun fact, he can reach anybody in the room with his halberd.
Excellent. As
From
it should be.
No matter what square he's positioned on, he can reach.
Basically, if you're in that room, you're in danger.
Yeah.
Especially given
That's a long help.
it's a +1 striking halberd.
Yes. +1 striking. Did I amend that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
We've designated a space as a future barracks, as well as for our future armory. So I've reorganized some walls here.
Mhm.
Before Cecilia goes, I imagine we gave her some items to sell for us.
You can just assume you are able to sell things to her.
Okay.
Like, you can sell. Let me check the word. So, at the current level, you can sell all items at 50% of their listed value.
Okay.
So the normal sale price.
Oh. Because I believe, did no one want the padded armor? Or was
The
that the
padded-
one?
The padded armor I just put in there because I bought new armor. Did that arrive already, Halldamir, or did I just add it prematurely?
You have been and gone. So
You went on a shopping trip on your own and then
Dax
came back.
Dax went on a trip and has come
Wonderful.
back.
Loaded with stuff.
He decided to be acceptingly selfish, as the party were fine with him leaving. It even suggested it. So he went on a shopping trip to.
To be fair, it would have taken much longer if he waited for Cecilia to get all the items he wanted.
It would have taken quite some time. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the +1 padded armor is Dax's old armor. If anyone,
I imagine
wants it.
I'm transferring the +1 to your new armor.
No, I bought the new armor with the +1 already on it.
You sure? Because that would have been much cheaper.
I mean, as it stands,
it is too late. I've set up my order.
I mean, as it stands, the best thing to do will probably be pay 10% of the cost, rip the rune off, so we have it lying around elsewhere.
Does Alec have +1 armor?
Oh, sorry, no. I actually adjusted. You suggested exactly that before, to transfer the rune instead of.
I did.
Yeah.
Alec does not have
then
+1
I'm.
armor.
Well, there is no +1 padded armor. It is just padded armor now.
Okay.
Okay.
As we did,
Cool.
as we did in fact rip the rune off it.
Yes.
Yes,
In fact,
we did in
rip the
fact do
rune
that. There we go.
Violently rip the rune off it. But, you know.
It doesn't have to be violently. She's much more careful than that.
For reference, Sheep, you went to Eliadir, the capital of Ischia, which is pretty much straight shot west of Breach Hill.
How was the weather?
It's been dreary and cold.
Very dreary.
Yeah, it's middle of winter, so it's bitterly dreary and cold and miserable.
And we sent the Kobold to go on that trip.
I mean, the thing with Dax is he's a cave dweller. Any weather is bad weather.
Yeah, it's true. Light rain can be torrential floods.
It really doesn't matter what kind of weather. Sun, that's bad. Rain, bad. Clouds, also bad.
So
a mild wind.
Although anything is quite comfortable compared to the freaking jungle.
That is very true. You can at least be dry. Like, the feeling of being out of greater than 100% humidity is strange almost for you now. Because it was just so wet.
I did a bit of calculating, and if we sold all the Waven Poison Bolts, the Grim Trophy, the Rod of Wonder, if we split it 5 ways, so add some money to the keep, we all get 134 gold and 2 copper.
So wait, what's that selling again? Sorry.
134 gold and 2 copper for selling the Grim Trophy, the Waven Poison Bolts, the Rod of Wonder.
Okay. Can you just type that out?
Yes, I will put it in Discord. I just figured I'd tell everyone, and so the stream may know, instead of us all being quiet and putting money away.
Tinkering with our monies.
Yeah. There we go.
That's a lot of money.
So, if you had something else you want to buy, you could probably.
Well, not now, because that wouldn't have been sold until after the thing was up, so.
Oh, that's true.
But I will add money to the stash.
Oh, don't worry, we'll use it.
Oh, I know.
I have almost broken 1,000 gold pieces.
Do not worry about it. You almost got a bulk of gold.
It's 1,000 is a bulk.
Yes.
Yeah, 1,000 is one bulk. Yeah.
Yeesh.
Of any coin, 1,000 is one bulk.
That was why we was having the issue before carrying stuff, and we had 8,000 copper coins.
8,000 copper coins. Guys are well off at this point.
I will demolish that gold.
I also looked at how much it would cost to recruit a standing army and maintain it.
Yep, I did that research with Halldamir.
Yep, that's an interesting price, depending on how much you want to recruit, basically.
Tentatively, potentially a squad of 10 to start with.
And build our way up once we have more stable means of income.
Start potentially at a half score, which would still cost us 24 gold a week to maintain.
And that's only that's technically just 9 soldiers and 1 officer.
Yeah, but I mean they're 10 soldiers together. But
yeah, they're 10 soldiers together. But yeah, that would be 24 gold a week.
I mean, that would give us at least guards.
It would give us guards, and with our current stash, that means we could maintain that for a good number of weeks with the current stash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could maintain that for, what, like 18 something weeks? Let's see.
What is the next level of trade posts?
I got 16 weeks by quick calculation.
Yeah, 16 weeks. You could. It's a quarter of a year ish.
I mean that's not too bad. That's not too bad to have wages pre-stockpiled.
Yeah. What were you asking?
The upgraded level of the trading posts, next level.
What? How much?
Yeah.
1,400.
Oh, okay.
This is when things get pricey.
And keep in mind, also the next level of trade post up is also involving getting items way beyond our current level. So unsurprisingly, we're not ready yet.
Exactly. It would get you level 12 stuff. So it's meant to be pricey right now.
Yeah. As it stands, we should focus on the rest of the keep stuff, which is pretty cheap. So.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We can worry about the trade post thing once.
I just want it for my notes so I can keep an idea.
Yeah, but I'm considering it a half score of guards to start us off with. I'm sure Alec would appreciate that.
Somebody can whip into shape too.
Yes, give
them at least something worth of command besides just goblins.
I mean, they're not going to be necessarily great guards to start with. But...
No.
But that's why Alec is there to whip him into shape.
Yeah.
I assume some of the guards are local.
I imagine,
yeah, they'll be pretty much locals. You can effectively put out a call looking for basic guards training included, and looking for an experienced officer for them.
I believe Lux said he wanted to reach out to his.
I did. Yes. One consideration that Lux had is reaching out to his old temple. If nothing else, for a commander, though possibly also just recruiting from there and bringing some people to the town with it.
I would like some of the guards to be local.
I mean, we can tap the officer from Lux and the locals recruits. Seems fair enough.
That is absolutely something you can do.
That can definitely work as a starting point.
We can have our specialists in-house connections, while everybody, the grunts and everything, can be from the locals.
Lux has been sending regular letters back and forth to the temple anyway.
Yes. So let me. So you want to have. So you want to look at 9 guards and
9
officer.
regular Joes and 1 special officer from Lux.
Okay, so Lux, do you want to sort of tell me what you write in your letter to the temple? And sort of give me an idea of how he requests this.
Okay.
And who he addresses it to. What goes off? What do you send off?
This always becomes the fun part, of course.
Mm-hmm.
exactly what to include there. I think where this request is largely going to come in, partly is from because Lux has been sending regular letters back anyway to essentially his teacher there, one of the senior priests of Yomadu.
Mm-hmm.
Who's at the temple. Well, I mean, it's not a huge temple, but it's been used a lot recently for handling like all the refugees, and so there's more priests than their usual anyway to help safeguard it, especially given the Iron Blood Wars going on north of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And like Lux has been sending regular things back anyway. So, and I think with that would have included like an update basically saying like, hey, yeah, we got hold of like this big keep a while back. And I think just in part of that, kind of Lux probably going to mention like the renovations and that as you know his work has been expanding, that they're looking to they're looking to defend their safe haven and create a bastion of security here for the town and for the mission he's been doing.
Okay.
Obviously, Lux's literacy is. I mean, he can read and write fine, but obviously he's not the most flowery person necessarily in text form in this case. But
No.
they're used to that anyway from Lux.
They are indeed. Okay.
Yeah, and I suppose it's simply coming down and requesting if if interested, if the temple could spare someone to help train up, to help assist in training and defending the keep, or spare, I suppose, or if there is a cleric could be interested in a posting in such a keep to help them.
Okay.
I know in character the kind of thing like he's requesting. I just don't necessarily the wording Lux would use, but you get what the angle I'm going for.
Yeah, no, I get what you're going for.
It's very much like kind of reporting a business, like, hey, yeah, this is what's been going on.
Yes.
We ran across a whole bunch of cultists. This was really bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Please
do you want to roll me a diplomacy?
That's
the skill.
I would be happy to roll diplomacy for you.
It's a pretty good roll. 27. Okay.
Thankfully, charisma still translates over text.
You are charismatic no matter what.
It's the earnest and his
That's fair.
The earnest tone he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lux is not being like too presumptuous of like, please send someone, but it's definitely that more like, it'd be really nice if anyone wants to come help.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you will get a reply, like a letter reply sometime later. From his tutor, basically.
Okay.
Effectively along the lines of saying that he's proud to hear of the journey that you're going on. And he's more than happy to help your crusade against the darkness. And so he's written that he offered up the position for volunteers, and nudged some people along the way. So he's going to be sending a few people to aid you. They Oh.
We lost Niza.
We lost Niza.
We've regained Niza. So he will. Okay. He will write saying that while he'd hoped there'd be more volunteers, only 4 effectively guards will be happy to come along. And they will be there soon. But he writes that he convinced 2 of the younger paladins to join as well. So one of them is a bit more experienced than the other. So one can act as a sergeant. If you wish him to. The other one's not skilled enough in leadership to be able to take that role, but is a skilled fighter. Because they are... So the warriors themselves would be treated like guards and cost the same as guards.
Okay.
But the paladins basically have like a stipend almost to go with.
I mean,
So
they're
they...
high level, so...
Yeah, they're higher level. They'll not cost the same as like an officer would. They cost half the price of an officer.
Okay, they're costing us 3
So-
each right now. To start with. So costing us extra gold for a regular person.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
basically. So yeah, so instead of costing the 6 gold a week, they would... Let me get my calculations right. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. So typically the cost for a sergeant would be 5 silver a day. So for a week that was yeah, that was 3.5 gold. I don't know where I got 6 gold from.
Right.
So 3.5 gold. So we halve that down to 17.5. So one officer. So this one officer will cost, and then the week's worth of food. So he'll be 1 gold, 8 silver, we'll call it.
Okay.
Or we can round it to gold to make it easier. We'll round it to
Just
gold to
because
make
with
it
normal
easier.
soldiers, we're putting it at 2 gold before as the price you put it as before.
Yes. Yeah, these guys are cheaper because they're basically being... But the paladins are cheaper because they're being supported, as it were.
By the religion.
Yeah. So
That's what we treat
so
the
for
church
two 2 skilled soldiers, one of them being able to take on the sergeant role, would cost the same as just 1 sergeant, so 6 gold apiece.
Okay. That's not too bad. So that's 6. Okay, so that's 6 gold, and we're essentially getting 2 extra soldiers on the side extra. So
Yeah. So at base, you've got 2 gold pieces a week in the paladin the 2 paladins.
Yeah, so looking at it, so we've got because she sent two regular guardsmen and then the 2 paladins.
Yeah, they're sending 4 regular guardsmen and 2 paladins.
Oh, 4 regular guardsmen and 2 paladins. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, from our original 9, that goes up by 4 to 13. In that case, unless we're cutting.
You don't have. You can cut back on who you're going to recruit locally for it.
So in that case, that's okay. So yeah, that's fine. So in that case, that's the 9. That's the 9 we expected then originally. Yeah. Okay. We keep in that case. I say we keep the original count of 9 regular soldiers, and then add the 2 paladins on the end of it for 11 total.
Yeah.
Hello, is this
Does that sound
working?
okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, Isaac.
Okay. My other headset just died.
Oh.
I'm on my spare. Well,
thank God
my audio is on my bay. I have a separate mic.
Yeah, because that just essentially means though, Halldamir, for the same budget we originally paid for 24 gold, we have 11 soldiers instead of 10. So
Yes.
with just over half of them. I mean, what's that? That's 4 regular soldiers plus 2 paladins. It's basically a 50-50 split between the town and external. So
Yeah, so it'll be 2 paladins, 4 armor day guards, and 5
from the town.
Yeah, 5 breach hill guards.
Yeah, we're doing some local employment and doing some faraway employment.
Yeah. And then that now cost you the total 24 gold per week. Staying the same. Okie dokie.
Also, as a good news for people, I might be able to perform the consecrate ritual now. That's good.
Yes, you talked about that.
Because I needed other people who worshipped Iomade or Ragathil around.
Well, you have 6 of them.
I hope at least one of them has the perform skill.
A perform skill. They're not particularly common in the.
It's possible someone used to play an instrument at some point. It's possible.
It's possible.
Part of the choir.
Do the role for them.
Or someone, or one of the paladins used to be like a noble's son or something. Who knows? It's possible.
Does gambling fall under performance?
No. that would just be gambling law.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried.
Did Lux want to invite his sister as well?
Lux would have sent a letter to her as well, explaining the situation right now, and leaving the door open if she wanted to.
Okay.
Explain that we have a spare room, we have furniture, we have food, we have money. But you can come if you want.
She definitely will. And will likely travel with the soldiers.
So we can have Laurentius go out and probably find 5 locals.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Laurentius could probably do that. Shall we see a diplomacy check for you, Laurentius?
Sure.
Solid roll, yeah. You're known locally well enough as well that you can find 5 guys that stay sober when they're meant to.
If not, they'll learn to real soon. As much as I appreciate Alec, I am well aware of his draconic standards.
Oh yes.
Hopefully the paladins will help tone him back slightly, but you know.
What's wrong with draconic standards?
Well, they're draconic, so they're above normal standards in the first place.
Well, I feel like you should be worried about draconian standards, but not draconic ones.
That's true.
I mean, technically, what we're actually
Draconian
thinking here is
ones.
infernal standards, so...
Well, yeah. What's worse, draconian, draconic, or infernal?
Abyssal,
Interesting.
whatever.
I think draconic still.
Also, I'm going to be honest, abyssal standards is simply survival of the fittest, so...
Is it?
It is, yeah.
I mean,
it is.
Infernal, just if you follow the rulebook, you're safe. If you're under a dragon, you're subject to whatever the dragon's whims.
Oh,
Suppose
how
it
much you
depends
want?
on which dragon it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the difference for Abyss, meanwhile, though, Abyss is just simply, hey, guess what? You know, it's basically eat or be eaten. They will go, you know, demons will murder each other for position quite quickly. So.
Survival of the fittest in their regard.
Most certainly.
We ignore demons who literally just eat each other, but, you know.
Yeah.
Demons really are just gluttony incarnate in some regards.
So.
Yep.
I don't know, does Alec keep up to infernal standards, or just take draconic? It's up to Alec, really.
We haven't seen him train yet.
Yeah,
he's training you.
That's true. He's quite brutal when it comes to training. He's got a very relaxed attitude to most things, and he can be quite sarcastic at times. But when it comes to training, he is the epitome of a drill master.
Why do you think I'm very quickly building up towards that legendary armor proficiency? I need it at this rate.
Yeah. He would even say to Lux, perhaps I should I could teach you or I should teach you the way that I was taught through mortification. It would prepare your body for combat.
Lux will take a hard pass on that.
You know, Laurentius can take a lesson on that.
Uh-oh.
He gets usually beaten up.
Oh,
I feel like Laurentius is already just through the sheer amount of damage he's endured is already hard.
But you know, training to receive more damage isn't bad because it's training.
Sure, put his body through even more torture. Not like the party subjects into enough torture as it is.
Yeah, but he's not a trained fighter. Like, in any case, he's learned...
he isn't?
No, he has learned by doing things and encountering things and, you know, by life experience. He's not like a knight or that kind of person who had been trained as a military.
I thought he was trained as a soldier or something.
No, he's a hunter.
No, a hunter.
By practice. So he's not like professional.
Little details that I missed.
So, you know, getting a proper training wouldn't be bad for him.
I mean, Laurentius is free to join our training sessions.
He will.
Yeah. You know, Alex says he probably shouldn't, but he could teach you the things that they teach you for Hell Knight Armigers.
I mean, that's just basically entry exams. He can teach that. That's fine.
You know, he'll teach you how to steady your mind against all kinds of trauma. You know, he's like you'll learn how to survive some of the most painful tests of body and mind. We call them reckonings. Quite interesting rituals in themselves. And it literally strengthens your mind, because the infernal kinds, they do things to your brain, your mind as a whole. So it would strengthen you against those things, sure.
Works with me. Of course, Alex is Laurentius fighting 2-weapon style with no shields, taking the brutal damage often.
Yeah, he approves. This is how he works as well. He only has his greatsword or halberd, and he is indomitable in his style. He is also incredibly intimidating.
Yeah, Laurentius isn't that intimidating. He just is. How would I say? Tenacious, just not giving up. Yeah, whatever it is.
Tenacious.
I do find it interesting because, like, Laurentius, Alec might be very intimidating. Then he runs across. Then he's training 2 people who have auras, like who have both resistances against fear.
Yeah.
And Alec will see the infamous brutal attack of Laurentius.
Well, Laurentius would be able to tell that Alec is actually slightly resistant to his slashing damage.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, that is the proper training what this gives.
Yeah,
Resistance.
He says the training that he endured at one point had to be barraged with slashing attacks with daggers, so not to cut too deeply, but to weather the body. And,
Not that it means much against Laurentius's damage rolls.
it's yeah.
I mean, it means something when he's not power attacking. It means something.
I suppose.
And you could tell that Alec is precise with his attacks. Also able to power attack similarly.
Yeah, makes sense.
He also has a way of sort of moving people around. He dominates the battlefield.
Yeah.
So no,
Laurentius also have the ability to move around. Maybe mainly push people away.
Yeah, he has a way of using his weapons to sort of drag you around.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
Yeah, they're quite similar, but yeah, he's definitely a force for sure.
I think it's an interesting aspect that it shows that Alec has more control since he's trained, and Laurentius more of it's experience and just brute strength, and just
That's actually quite a cool comparison. Yeah,
it's just you can tell so that while Alec can control where you go, you just immediately push them and where you want them, just through cunning, instinct, and just power.
That is
Pretty
a
much.
really, really interesting point. Yeah.
So no, I have a mental imagery I now really want.
Mm-hmm.
Someone attacking the keep and Alec just charges them riding on the back of Sir Gristlesworth.
Get me closer so I can hit him with my sword!
put some barding on the bear, and we've got that's a powerful duo right
He's been
there.
combat trained at this point. All it means is just leveling up a little bit and getting him armor.
So
Yeah.
hey, I have some. Speaking of that armor,
Uh-huh.
I have some of these B-Devil scales.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And we have a bear that needs armor.
Also, I don't want to alarm you, but when my stave arrives, by the way, I can give Sir Gristlesworth Magic Fang.
You mean
My
runic
God.
body?
Runic body, but
Runic
one
body.
of the same. Point is, it's a +1 to hit and an extra dice onto all his attacks.
An extra dice.
It's striking rune on all of his claws.
Oh my God. That actually makes him terrifying. I hope you realize that, right?
Yes.
I approve this. More striking.
Again,
More
Yeah.
dice.
Again, ahead. All we need to do is
It
level
makes
up.
sense.
All we need to do is level up Sir Gristlesworth so he gets more. So he gets extra health, and then he's perfect for this.
It makes sense. Like, bears are already terrifying, and then you make them magic?
Give them
Excuse
some
me?
armor,
Magic
too.
with armor? Oh my god.
One moment. You know what I can also do if I get that staff eventually? Enlarge no longer specifies humanoids.
Oh my god, a huge armored grizzly bear?
Alternative.
Just we'll rename him. He's Sir Grizzlesworth the Destroyer.
Though also, in
at that
fairness,
point.
just casting Enlarge and Alec would be terrifying, because that would give him an extra 5 foot of reach as well.
A 15-foot reach on a large creature, he'd be able to control this room. The entire foyer would be his.
Exactly.
He'd literally just plant him here, and with
Yeah.
15 feet of reach, he would stop anything from moving.
Hence again, once I get that stuff, what I can do.
Holy crap. Alright.
Well, yeah, so I have those beetle scales, and no one needs armor. No one wants it. So,
You're considering armoring the bear.
Okay.
just armoring. I mean, it was like, what, a large creature, the beetle?
It was a huge creature.
Huge creature. So I think that's, yeah.
And you're wanting to armor a
Yeah.
large bear.
Yeah.
I think you could do that. You could do that.
I mean, if Lux approaches the idea of armoring Sir Grizzlesworth and me being known as the craftsman of the keep.
I mean, depending on when you've been around, like, I think it's like me and Alec have just discussed out in the open. So.
Oh yeah, and Alec doesn't speak quietly. His voice carries.
Yeah, at least we'll tilt our head at you two during this conversation, but won't say anything. And then leave 10 minutes later, having a couple of scales and joining the conversation and handing it over to presumably Alex, since he's more experienced with armoring. And how would this do for armor?
So he'd need to take a minute to sort of like lay it out to understand what it is and how it.
She'll explain. She'll explain what it is, what creature it's from. Let's see. I did not get time to dissect the damn thing. I was able to skin it.
Yep.
That's a shame. But she'll explain the properties and the experience in battle, what it withstood.
Okay. Yeah, he'll nod and say, if you
Referring to her notes a little bit.
Yeah, he says if you underline it with some mail, make it into heavy barding, it would be significant.
We do have some of the scavenged Hell Knight armor, although perhaps repurpose. I would need a dedicated workshop to rework it, but possible. Then she'll pull out one of her other notebooks, pull out a quill and some ink, and do a rough sketch of what she thinks, and showing it to Alec in about 10 minutes or so.
He'll probably have like some adjustments to, he'll describe it as, if I was fighting a bear, this is where I would strike, and sort of focusing on that, avoiding.
So Grizzlesworth gets a disgruntled noise when you mention his weak spots.
Don't worry, big man. We're gonna cover them.
Yeah, and repurposing Hell Knight armor.
Again, I want to note you're going to end up having a bear with a giant skull on its chest.
It's black. It's black armor, and the beater scales are black as well. So it's going for a black on black vibe.
I imagine the armor is a bit blacker than the beetle scales.
No, the beta is black.
Oof.
It is a black scaled dragon.
It's fine. We can do a little bit of artistry to add in some streaks of red, for example, and
Absolutely.
Yeah, she could probably treat it with a couple of things.
we have options on there. Potentially, I can always add not quite a tabard, but like the equivalent for a bear onto.
Oh my gosh! Yes, bear tabard.
I mean, to have the standard like hanging off the sides, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I imagine a lot of these conversations happen during like the 23 days.
There's plenty of time for you to discuss
As a note, by the way, for you,
schematic
Halldamir.
Yeah.
Assuming Sogor's was fully trained in using it.
Yeah.
Which at this point, given his combat trade, is just a matter of time with Alec around.
It is. Yeah, that's easily done. Alec can deal with that.
It would grant him an extra +3 AC.
So 22 AC.
Does barding only give +3?
So
Yeah,
barding gives either +1 for light barding or +3 for heavy. But remember, you have to remember the bear comes with natural armor anyway.
Yes, it is true.
And since I'm also using beta skills as the base, he probably also gets some resistance.
Yes, I will give you that. Yes.
He'd probably gain a light resistance, like probably given its heavy armor, we're probably talking resistance 3 to the element in question, a base or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Which
I was going to look at it. I'm looking at its resistances, and I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine.
The point is, war bear.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all Sogor's worth really just need to be trained up just so he gets like proper armor efficiency and gains a few more hit points. He'll be good.
Yeah.
Basically, can we make him into elite Sogor's worth at some point?
I mean, yes, gentleman training.
I can't argue with it. Yeah.
We also have to give him a top hat.
I mean, you could design his helmet to look like partly like a top hat, I guess. But on the other hand, I like some of these pictures being put in chat because
Yeah.
This one's a little bit steampunkish, but I quite like it.
Good well with the Hell Knight.
Mm.
I'm wondering if I can add. Let's see.
What can you add barding?
I can add barding. I'm looking at if I can add resistance to.
You can add resistance to him. I can add it if you want.
I'm looking at it. It's in the rules, and there's rules resistant.
Oh yes. Would you like me to add a resistance to his armor for him? We can do that.
Yeah.
I did that with the shield already, so that's not hard.
Okay, so I've edited it. It's a shame you can't have. Can you have custom precious material?
You could. There's something in the GM section that you add custom tags, so you could add a tag specifically for the material.
Interesting.
Do it that way. There's a whole thing. Figure out how the resistance key works. It's been a while since I've done this.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh wait, no, hang on. Oh, it's fine. We don't worry too much about that. But yeah, it's adding the resistance. Not sure how to do that.
Resistance type. What type are we adding? Was it acid?
Acid 3. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, it will cost a bit of money for the crafting, but you have most of the materials.
Yeah, it's just probably, some metal or some stuff to help connect it all, reforge a couple of things.
Yeah, so normal crafting is half price. If you don't want to do it quickly. You were using some materials already.
Heavy barding, by the way, I default at 50 gold as the base price before you add modifiers.
So we'll half that. It will half the cost of the raw materials. So, we'll round it down. We'll call it 12 gold, and the use of the beta scales.
That is insanely affordable.
Crafting with supplies you already have is very affordable, as it turns out.
Yeah,
because it's half. Crafting as base is half the price of the raw materials. So yeah, you must supply raw materials worth at least half the price of the items price. Item price is 50, down to 25. You have half of the materials. You have the beta scales.
So that's 25 gold off.
So a half of 25 gold is 12 and a half. We'll round it down to 12. So 12 gold.
He now has
and I can finally cross off that Hell Knight armor that I've been keeping around in my.
Oh, I see. Type acid. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
And then that would put his AC up to 22 because it's monster, so it won't auto adjust. But there we go.
I've been keeping track of that Hell Knight armor since session 3, I think. Like that plate armor, I'm gonna do something with it. It's gonna be used, damn it.
Yeah, it's been a while been there for a while. So Grizzlesworth has some black dragon scaled black armor,
which he just now wants to be trained with.
With some of the Hell Knight plates acting as the connecting and reinforcement.
It is quite the look that Sir Grizzlesworth has.
Yeah. This is his regular form. Yeah. He has war form.
We might need a war form token image at some point at this rate, because let's be real, he needs one.
Yeah, attaching onto his armor like a little standard, like with like the red wing to represent Ragafiel. This can work quite well.
Yeah.
Next thing we need to armor is Harriet. Whether he, I don't know if he wants.
I don't know. I don't know. Harriet might be more like a rogue. I don't know if they want armor.
Yeah, I feel like lions don't really want to be armored.
It's fine.
You know?
It's fine. Instead, we will enchant Harriet with mage armor and send them into battle that way.
Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah. How about the wargs?
Future story to deal with. They're still growing issues.
Oh, that's fair. Yes, the samurai bear.
Yeah, at the moment they seem unsure when you pose it to them.
It's fine. It's fine. Unsure, it's fine. Right now, all that's fetched of them is: do they want to come? Do they want to come and help rip up a training dummy? Which I'm sure they're happy to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What is like training? Like, is there?
What are there rules for training non-companion animals?
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Or companion animals. What are the companion animals?
Companion animals just level up with your level, so that's unhelpful.
That is very unhelpful. But that's a feat, isn't it? Yeah. That's a druid.
Well, that's a fact the feat I have for train animal, which is like you can train it tricks after like a week of working with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So we can go down that line of like, for example, maybe like light armor training, 1 week of thing, medium armor training, 1 week of things, heavy armor training, 1 week of things. Like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Make him elite the 4th week of training.
Yeah, I think yeah, we can do that. It would be
something like that. So, I mean, Barding technically has light and heavy, but
Yeah, so a week to train him light, a week to train him heavy. I would say that he can't be more than half your level. So you're what, level 8 now?
Mm-hmm.
So he can't be more than level 4. And to train him up, so he's level 3 now, you would have to train him for a week to get to elite. And then another week would bring him to 4 weak.
Oh, okay, that's good. I mean, actually, 4 week.
And then another would actually
4 week would actually be weaker than elite 3. So
would it?
Yeah.
Oh,
elite effectively is worth 2 levels worth of plussing.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It basically adds a +2 to all rolls the creature makes. It's basically a very shorthand way of leveling up a creature quickly.
Yeah, I don't think it was 2. I thought it was 1.
It's +2 to everything.
A slight step. Okay.
So it's not as much health boost though. It's the down, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I would say it's either or. So, elite. You either pick elite, and then you have to basically spend a couple weeks to get him to 4 from elite 3, or you can go to 4 and then go to elite 4.
Okay. Still, because it worth considering.
Well, you can't go to elite 4 until you're level 9.
That's fair.
It gives you something to do, because you've been, concerned about twiddling your thumbs. Now you have a glutton of work to do.
Yeah, because that also means my animal army, if I ever have downtime, can just be trained.
Be trained, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Harriet, would you like to have also... Would Harriet also like to have a runic body if we get into a fight?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's not quite as terrifying as Sir Grizzlesworth.
I mean,
But,
Harriet's still going to be pretty terrifying when we give Harriet extra dice and everything.
I mean, Harriet is probably going to be like the leader of the wargs, and then that's going to be terrifying.
Keep in mind, when Harriet grabs something, like all of them could just pounce together with their abilities.
Yeah, and they have pack attack together, so...
It's a danger.
So they're more of a scary squad. He's more of the scary officer.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's just a
Oh, this form, yes.
pet.
Speaking of which, when Dax arrives during the end of when the trading post is finally up and running and Cecilia is set out.
Yes.
So how would Dax arrive to the keep? Because there are a couple of new additions.
Are there a couple? So I suppose when Dax returns, Cecilia has been here. She's away at the moment. And Harriet is now here.
See the lion just lounging on a rock outside the place.
And there's a brand damn spanking new building right there.
Yeah, huge building.
That Alicia may have gone a little tiny overboard, but
It's got like a little closed sign on the front door right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd definitely be impressed, but it's not entirely unexpected. He knows that all of you are ambitious personalities, maybe with the exception of Laurentius. So new buildings spring up. That's just, yeah. I mean, you'd be curious, but you wouldn't have any like explosive reaction.
Okay.
Also,
I imagine.
Regarding your question, how he arrives, probably on foot. Like when he initially traveled over here, I'd imagine he basically hitchhiked on various caravans. If there's one that conveniently goes to Breachel, sure, he'll arrive with that. But otherwise, he'd probably arrive eventually, just by himself.
I imagine we keep a goblin out in front of the keep, to greet you, because he would have to hand you a sigil marked a token before you enter the keep.
Okay. Security measures, I take it.
Indeed, and as soon as you enter, you'll see a couple of glowing glyphs etched on the stoneworks.
Very good.
There's about, since it was just Alicia herself, 20 of them as you enter.
I like that I did Dax is about to walk in actually, and so Grizzleworth just as the bouncer just gets in the way, like.
Are you sure you're allowed to place 20?
I have 20 days worth. I spent a day each.
Yeah, glyph of warding only specifies that it is permanent.
Mm-hmm.
The maximum number of glyphs of warding you can have active at a time is equal to your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, is it?
Oh, does this? Oh, it does actually say it, yes.
It does.
It does say that, which is why I was surprised.
Okay.
We apparently all of us missed that entry.
Yes, we did all.
Well,
I mean, maybe between Alicia and Dex cooperating, we can definitely have 10.
Yeah, I mean the two of you
eventually, anyway.
I mean, yeah, the two of you together can get 10 up. Once I get to 10th level, I can put 3 down myself. Or put 4 down myself, so that'll be another 4 or 5.
Depends on whether your kobolds can cast 3rd level spells yet.
I don't think so. Maybe they were level 6.
I got told slow before was on the menu.
So yeah.
They
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
they
have
can.
glyph of warding right now,
Oh.
but
They might also not be able to learn it because Dex is like very scholarly for a sorcerer, and they probably aren't.
Maybe
Yeah,
next
So
season.
unlikely
no.
they have the ability to learn from scrolls or from teachers.
Yeah. If,
Well,
if,
Dex can.
yeah.
Maybe they can develop it
Yeah,
later on.
they can start trying to learn it, like figure out how to spell
When
to cast
when they
it.
get a spell known unlocked at some point.
Yeah, when they get another spell known, then they could add it if the great Dax wishes them to. Of course,
I mean, it's in Kobold nature
mean-
to lay traps everywhere, isn't it?
it is, and they can, you know,
Yeah, they should. Yeah, go for it. Experiment. What can go wrong practicing a spell that has a tendency to intentionally explode?
I mean, it depends on what you put in it.
they see nothing wrong with this idea.
Yeah.
I think this will be fine.
So even though we can't have necessarily unlimited, like, okay, we got like 5 per PC caster who can get away with it, and then
So that's 10 right now.
once we get to 10th level, I'll have a set as well.
I will put in my notes 10 days worth. Probably as soon as I can get Dax learned. As yes, you will see at least 5 glyphs glowing. 3 of them glowing ominously in the doorway in this foyer, and 2 in the hallways, probably for that has more a softer glow, probably not as hostile effect. But yeah, and if inquired about it, they will all point their finger at Alicia.
Dex will arrive, stow his purchases, his belonging down in his chambers in the caves, and I suppose he can look for Alicia to ask what happened, or basically not what happened, like he knows what happened, but what preparations were taken.
Alicia will be happy to inform you. She is generally in the southern wing of the keep until she makes more preparations. She set up a small lab right here.
In a little side room that wasn't being used.
For now, it's a very temporary measure. But if you ask her what she has done, she says, "We've done a few things. I have expanded some of the security through my own abilities, the glyphs. I will have to have you make your own sigil token so that you can hand them out."
Right now, they're all bound to Lux's. They're all bound to Lux's magic sigil right now.
Very sensible. Very sensible.
It's the nature of the sigils are unique enough where I do not fear that they can be bypassed unless they've been stolen. And Alec has taken it upon himself to keep track of each and every token given.
Good.
While Lux himself has gone and recruited some of his compatriots, I believe 2 or 1 paladin and a trainee. It was a bit unclear. An additional 4 Itomide guards. While Laurentius has rounded up a couple of locals with some guard training. So that we have more dedicated defenders. While the goblins can work in a pinch, they are more... She struggles
I know
forward.
what you mean. I know
And
what you mean.
She nods. Right. We have also, thanks to some ideas from Alec and Lux, we have put together an armor for the Grizzleworth, I believe he's being called now. The bear.
Okay, okay. Have you had any discussions regarding our activities soon? I assume we want to
As a
not sit in
whole,
this keep for too long.
not yet. I was looking to spend a little bit of time to have a dedicated lab set up for myself. This, she looks around the smallish room, it's not as conductive to my works.
Understandable.
Beyond that, there has been no plans, especially since your trip to the cities. We didn't want to leave without your opinion on the matter.
Dex nods. Very well. I'm really quite happy with what you've done with the place so far while I was gone. But now that I'm back, perhaps we should schedule a meeting.
Of course. She will just inform one of the goblins to have Alec arrange a meeting, and maybe tomorrow, so you may have your things in order.
Tomorrow. Very good.
Let you be able to acquaint yourself with the changes. And and the person running the new trading post is a family member of mine. Please treat her well. I'd be quite... And she leaves it off there, not really finishing.
I understand. I will treat her as I treat anyone.
Perfect. She is taken over for any purchase and selling of equipment that we may find unneeded, or she is quite trained in the matter, and
I'm sure she is.
has appreciation for languages. So if you have any obscure languages, she may be of help.
Dex nods. That is good to know. There might be languages that I don't know, although I'll approach her if I have any questions in that regard.
Excellent. I will inform you that she is out buying something, I believe, for luck. So any preparation plans are probably going to be at least a week out from now.
Okay.
But other than that, you would have to ask the others for what they are particularly doing. I have been busy with adjusting. Oh, I forgot. You may have noticed, the walls have moved. I have done a rearrangement of the walls to suit our purposes more.
I did notice.
But Lux should be near the menagerie of his companions. Alec is probably in his office, and Laurentius comes and visits every once in a while when he's not on his farm or at the bar.
I'll find them. I'm not worried about that.
She nods.
If that is all, I'll see you around. The meeting at the latest.
Yes.
I'll send someone to tell you when.
Please, Alec would take care of it if you inform him.
Sure.
And she will wave her hand distractedly, turning back to Silzar and continue her experiments. Less with alchemy and something else.
Yeah. I mean, Dex will then start looking for people, sending his people to look for people, and we'll have a meeting, I think.
Fast forward to meeting time.
All right.
Yeah, you can all gather around. Well, at the moment, the barracks room is still the sort of lounging area. I don't have the tile there at the moment, but yeah, you can all sort of gather.
Yeah, the lounge makes it very easy to pull Alicia from her lab.
Lounge, the one in the bottom left here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Unless
be
we
honest,
wanna
I'm
meet-
not moving my token there if I have to actually
No,
avoid
No,
walls.
you're
no.
fine.
No.
I cannot move through walls.
Point is there are couches and the side tables and all the rest in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we want to meet down here. But yeah.
Also, as a potential rough idea for what the little things handed out as the like markers. Possibly something like this for looks. The sigil being magically glowing slightly. A red shimmer over it.
All right. I mean, perhaps we can abstract the meeting a little bit, because I'm. What do we want to do, like from a player perspective? Like, I'm eager to head back out there.
I'm fairly eager to head out. Like once I have once I have my item, I'm pretty happy just to leave. Personally.
I would like to get my lab up and running, but I can wait for next downtime. I do have a lot of gold burning in my pocket.
I mean, as it stands, getting your lab up is going to take quite a while because that's going to be like three,
It would.
that's going to be 3 separate crafting projects.
Yes.
Yeah, it will take quite a bit of time.
How long? How long does I suppose I've got one question for you: is how long does your base of the base part of your towers take?
The base workshop
Mm-hmm.
with no additional stuff, which I probably would start this one first so the goblins can use it. Before I start my own lab.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably makes it much easier and faster to do since it's already kind of built. I would just need the materials and, dedicated stuff put in that room.
Yeah, how much would it take? How am I supposed to furnish, say, like the basic workshop?
It's 100 gold.
Yep. The base workshop is 100 gold.
And how long?
And
20 days.
With it already being in the keep, would that take a
No.
little bit less time or no?
No.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, does it require a specialist to put together a workshop?
Yes.
What kind of specialist, I suppose, is a good answer then?
Crafting.
Just someone good at crafting in general?
Someone good at crafting in general. They need to have expert, at least.
I mean,
there is we could just hire.
We could hire it out to the smith in town. He's done a really good job of crafting for us.
Yeah.
Ask if he can help set up us a workshop up here.
Yeah, we have like 400 gold in the keep. Because for the Alchemist lab, I will be financing that all myself.
So you want to ask Krink?
I mean, Krink does excellent work. I've had a nice chat with him. I bought drinks for him and his boys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would he be interested in helping us setting up a workshop?
He is happy to do most work so long as you pay him.
Well, we're willing to help pay for him to come and do that.
Yeah.
For him to supervise that construction for us. Because then we can start that construction and we can leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we can be here here the first couple of days while we're waiting for the shopkeep to come back, but after that, then we can just leave while they finish.
So it would be
We do want to get on the road, so
yeah, so alright, it's
100 gold, and it's 20 days, 6 gold per day for a specialist, I think?
it's 5 silver a day
5
for a
silver.
specialist.
Oh, okay.
So that would be 10 gold pieces.
that's not too bad.
So a total
depending.
of 110 gold pieces.
Will he just succeed at the roll?
He will just succeed. You don't get
Okay.
crits or anything.
With Alec, that's 2 less days.
Yeah, because he succeeds, it's 2 less days. So
That's
it's
true.
18, so 109 gold.
And then obviously I can organise labour since we'll be here before we go, or Sheep can organise labour since we're here.
Yep. That is true.
Which might cut down costs a bit more.
Who wants to
Dax will
do that role then?
Go ahead.
Alright.
He hasn't shown himself in town for a while. And that was just diplomacy?
Yep.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy if you want to go for the safe route, which...
Yep.
Yeah. 26.
26, a success. So it is 10% cheaper.
So 90 gold in what?
No,
So
90
it's
gold.
190 at 90%. So it's 98 gold and 1 silver.
that's not terrible.
Yep.
Okay, so you're doing that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
So that we can just have that going in the background.
Let me add that as paid and take the money from you.
And as it stands, I'm probably sure Alicia, once she gets back, will at least be happy that even if it's not her personal area, Alicia will have some good tools lying around the keep at that point to do work with.
Yes. I
Cool.
will have finally a dedicated workspace. But she will finance her building and a lab, which is
But that's
probably which.
But that'll be a future thing once you have more time to work on it.
Mhm.
So,
So what are we on right now? The 16th? Is that right?
yep, you're on the 16th of Kuthona at the moment.
So, yeah, my thought is we wait until the 19th, wait for acquisitions to come back, and then we can head off.
It takes
Yeah.
3 days to craft, right?
4 days to do a craft.
4 days. Oh, okay.
I mean, waiting until the 20th is not the end of the world if you have something you want to build first.
I'm thinking of crafting some additional potions for us. 4 additional healing potions.
And if you start those today on the 16th, they'll be finished by the end of day on 19th, and we can leave on morning of the 20th, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But
I don't know when all the guards are supposed to arrive, so it's hard for me to plan around that bit. But
they will take about 5 days. So they'll arrive on the 21st because it's a little far and they have to get over the mountains.
And we already have the local guards, so that's
Mhm.
since they're just an hour's walk.
it'd be nice if I could greet the Omade guards here myself instead of having, just Alex being here when they show up, but... I mean, what's group fought? So...
What is the next portal that we're description?
This is the one for Desna. I don't remember the details around the portal itself, though.
Butterflies, inner
Yes,
sea.
Wait, I have notes. Let me use my notes.
Yeah, inner sea Pantheon is what I have written down.
It is the northwestern stars, butterflies, Desna, but that's all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what's on the other side.
Okay, let me refine those notes for you then. 2 seconds. They are in a different place entirely.
Because there might be if it's near water, I want to get at least one formula. And I can just invent it instead of waiting for Cecilia. Just in case we have to go swimming.
Yeah.
I'll have an answer to it.
Do I not have those images? Okay.
Given the fact that he somewhat looks like so it might actually be somewhere cold, but...
I already have an answer to that.
Okay.
And they last 24 hours. Yeah. As long as it's not extreme cold, we're good. I don't get extreme cold until next level.
The crown of the world.
12. Yeah, no.
Okay. The Dream Gate.
Yes.
Butterflies, stars, and images sacred to Desna adorn the final Aodara. That's pretty much that is the description for it. It's just covered in butterflies and like a.
I think we
star.
It was a description, a tribute to some Pantheon.
No, all of them were just dedicated to the Elven Pantheon.
Okay.
Yeah, so Desna is. I think you wrote down. Because Desna was sort of like the quote-unquote odd one out.
Desna is slightly an outlier, but also Desna's worshipped by like a lot of people, so...
Yeah.
It's not that much of an outlier.
Yeah, I think it just seemed a bit off, a bit different to you.
Not a dedicated
she's
elven
different.
deity. So.
Yes,
Still the
exactly.
correct alignment, generally speaking, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case,
I think it's because she's a god of the NSC. I think that's what threw.
That's where it is from.
Yeah.
In that case, I don't have any formulas that I pressingly need. I mean, I would always like to have more formulas, but
I mean, we're gonna have to wait until at least the 19th anyway to get the supplies Laurentius bought and my staff in.
I guess I need to wait for the potions that I bought. Yes.
Yeah, you get 5 potions. I have 5 formulas.
So the real question isn't basically are we staying the 4 days until if we count today as day 1, the 4 days until that. Are we waiting? Are we going to wait the full 6 days to allow for the soldiers to arrive and properly get them in?
I would wait for the 6 days if your sister is also coming.
Yeah, that's also the thought. Yeah.
Yeah, that I would like to talk to Cecilia a bit, and
yeah, that will give you 2 days to hang out with your family member then as well.
Yes, that definitely would be a thing. And
we potentially leave on the Sunday, the 22nd, maybe. Leave at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which does mean if you want to craft something, or you want to just grab a formula out of thin air, Ichigo, you can.
I don't have any pressing needs. What can I do in?
Or if you just want to make healing potions during that time or something, you've got an option, basically.
So. Yeah, but I would like to spend a bit more time.
Point is, you've got enough time for a crafting.
Yeah, let me look.
Or a research. So. As essentially just
Yeah, I can just invent one. I have dark vision. I have answer to severe cold and heat. I have all those answered for us. Well, the only one I was really thinking, because if it was somewhere to do with water, I was going to get sea touch elixir.
I mean, you're suspecting that's an issue anyway, so why don't you pick it up?
Yeah, I will pick it
Anyway.
up. I will spend 4 days picking up that. And it'd be a total of 22 gold to invent it.
You said you had gold burning a hole in your pocket, so...
I did. I did in fact say that.
Man, I was complaining.
Yeah, it just means everyone needs to just fill in, 6-ish days of work.
Yeah, I'll have 4 days and then 2 days I can spend with the sister. Because there are a couple of things I would like to do.
Okay, so to confirm, you wanted to wait until the Armade troops arrive?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So we can at least welcome them in, make sure everyone's settled, give everyone a chance to speak with family members who are now here,
Yeah, okay.
and then leave on the dawn afterwards, I suppose.
Yeah. First of all, that token broke. All right, let me just.
I saw generic
fix
guardsman number
that
one.
Generic guardsman number 1.
There's always one.
Don't know why that broke, but whatever.
Oh, that also gives us a day or two if you want to learn some of the spells.
It does give you 2 time if you want to trade spells between each other.
There are no spells I need currently for non-downtime activities.
I mean, you can learn the glyph of warding off her.
Yeah, that is
Do you have
assumed that was done.
See the Unseen?
I don't. That one might actually be useful.
Yeah. Floating disc?
Don't think I need that one.
But it could help you carry more loot.
It very much can.
I have a wand of ant hole, and a scroll of shrink item. I'm covered, and a bag of holding. There will be no loot left behind.
We have been traumatized by all that gold left behind.
We didn't
Exactly.
even leave that much except the gold actually physically in the ground.
That's still a big deal. Damn it.
But we couldn't have done that anyway because there's nothing we could do with that.
Speaking of which, I should probably look into tools to mine out.
That's called a pickaxe.
Yeah, that's called pickaxe.
Which Laurentius has in his Traveler's Any tool.
Oh, that's true. So all that was stopping us
was time and a lack of inventory.
Lack of inventory. Time wasn't going to be the issue. I mean, we would have made time.
Time was an issue. It would have taken a very long time to mine that.
Some of us could stayed behind.
Guess Alicia's not getting her workshop that she wants to stick behind and do that.
The workshop is going to get very expensive to finance on our own. But yeah, on the 2 days when Cecilia comes back, Alicia would like to have a talk with her. The brief time she was here before she set off to work immediately. Didn't give her much time to... And she was busy with herself.
Alright, so she arrives. Like, she pulls up. The goblins... Actually, the guards now. Sending one of the goblins to go find everyone of the gang, basically. And say that Cecilia has returned. Money in tow. She's coming to the front door, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you guys think of where you want the guards over time. But so she arrives and hands out everything everyone requested. And then she says, while I was passing through town, I was handed something for you to addressed to you, adventurers of Citadel Altrien. And she sort of hands it over.
Alright. What is it?
It is
Tribute?
a letter that I've posted in our chat for whoever wants to read aloud to the game.
I will read it. Esteemed adventurers, I'm going to do a voice now. I have a proposition for you. I wish to speak about potential employment of your skills, but do not wish to involve the authorities. This is the matter for which your skills are uniquely appropriate, but also one that must needs to remain secret. I've taken the liberty of commandeering your local... I can't read that. Wainwright's shop as a meeting place. Come before sunrise, and do so alone. If you do not meet me before then, or if you involve the authorities, this one-time offer will not be issued again. In such a case, please accept my condolences in advance for your Wainwright's fate and the unfortunate fire that claimed his shop.
So she arrives quite late. It was sealed with a unmarked wax seal. Just a plain blob of wax. And seems to not care.
So, are they threatening the trade post?
Not the trade post, the Wainwrights.
Down
Oh,
in
the
Wakefield.
Wainwrights. Ah, right.
Yep. The shop that made Sir Grizzlesworth's wagon.
Mm-hmm.
How dare they send us a threatening message, as if we weren't intrigued by mysterious offer enough. No, they had to underline that with a threat to burn something down. Fire is a topic I'm very peculiar about these days.
Make the mental note about my new resistance to fire.
They did apologize, but...
You don't apologize for arson in advance and have it be innocent.
I mean, if the costs are covered and nobody was harmed,
He's literally saying he'll kill the Wainwright.
that is unfortunate.
And you can't pay for damages in advance and then have those damages be okay.
Or be murder.
Or murder. I mean, yes.
Well, you can. You just would buy ownership.
Again, except
Do you
murder.
think he bought ownership?
No.
Assuming there's no murder involved, do you think he bought the place?
Depends. There might have been compensation given it ahead of time. Who knows?
If that was...
We would have to find out on our own. Cecilia.
You're taking benefit of the doubt to a place that I did not think possible, but I suppose we should hesitate.
She
before we
shrugs
do
her
something.
shoulders. It's just a thought. One of many. Cecilia, do you recognize this writing in any way? You generally are better with the writing.
She'll take it
Mhm.
and have a look over. She frowns a little bit and says, I don't think I could tell you a name. Not exactly, at least. But she sort of points to like a mark on the letter that you probably just assumed was like ink, like a little bit of ink splatter you hadn't really been able to see before. And she says, "But this is a weird symbol. It's been a while, but I believe this is the sort of symbol that slavers use."
Now that it's brought to my attention, is a society check, I suppose.
Yes.
I will attempt, including using my well, shoot. Let me just do this to get my spells back, and then you can cast it again. And do
Also,
recall.
I have to note you were misusing Timely Tutor before. Timely Tutor doesn't let you add your intelligence a second time to your knowledge roll.
Oh, okay.
It lets your familiar roll a check using your intelligence modifier.
Oh, so we can both roll it?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing wrong with doubling up on it.
Yeah, it doesn't let you add another +5.
Yeesh. That's not good.
Can others roll society? If this is brought up as a group thing.
And the letter was read out to us and talked in front of us, so...
It's the mark specifically. So
Well, the devil knows.
Oh, of course, your imp creature knows all about slavery.
It is abruptly fitting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the slave.
I don't think it needed access to the Akashic record to find that one out. I think it already knew.
he nods and says, she nods.
Yes.
And says that, yes, Cecilia is right. Slavers would use this. This is effectively a mark. Think thieves can't, but between slavers. A mark to identify a slaver without being obvious. But fellow slavers would know.
Well, we should absolutely not judge this person. Maybe he bought the Rainwright to burn it down legally later and accidentally used the slaver symbol.
Isn't Rainwright in Bridge Hill?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
You can see in Laurentius' face that, like, he's not gonna agree. Most likely at anything this person will say.
same look your guest appears to have on his face.
I know the caravan trades with all sorts of people. What is the Black Star's caravan's opinion on less tasteful goods, shall we say?
Well, tieflings were traded as slaves.
They're a frequent commodity in Chile.
Yeah, they're actually a frequent commodity. So, as a tiefling family, not keen, to say the least.
Yeah.
Given you
need to be. Yeah, I will be right back. Just very quickly.
Alicia will have a look of distaste on her face. Oh, this is unfortunate. No, Dax, this mark is not coincidence. This is definitely something you don't accidentally do.
Yes, I was being horribly sarcastic.
Yes, I am aware, but
even I knew that. Okay.
And the question is, do we want to deal with this?
I mean, they've kind of forced a
What's
hand.
the alternative?
Just let the Wainwright get killed first.
I
Yeah, we
suppose
better
not.
go and kill them. I'm not gonna accept any deal that they're gonna make me.
Deal or not, you might inevitably give us information that we
I mean, you can
want
talk to
either
them
way.
for information and so on. Like, I'm just telling you that I'm not accepting any deals from them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm on your. We're on the same page there. But
Be on
we have
sneaky.
to talk to this person.
Yeah, talk. Diplomatic approach before the punch to the face. I'm planning to
I hope
use my
so.
axe.
Yeah, that's much more effective. Less personal, though.
I think my axe is pretty personal.
If possible, preferably alive.
We shall see.
Worst case, I can enchant your fists if you need it.
But I guess we should capture some of them alive so we can, hand them over to, whatever justicar there is.
I would like to ask some pointed questions before such a thing happens. If that's all right with you.
You are fine.
I promise nothing, but I'll try. Not exactly taught to take people in alive, but
I do have something that could help, but I cannot make it in this short of time. I have to work on gettings.
Okay, I am back. So the time of day isn't actually accurate. It's much later. Yeah, it's more like that.
which also I was going to long rest because I should have been able to already. So
Oh yes, absolutely. If you want to know which building in Breach Hill is the Wainwright, it is literally at the crossroads of the like the first crossroads from the northwest entrance. It is this building.
Vascar car on wheels.
Yep.
well, I think
Where we bought the bear's wagon, probably.
it's where I
Yep.
bought. It's where I bought.
It is where you bought the wagon from. Yep.
And probably something that I have also purchased a couple for the trade post.
Yeah, I somewhat doubt Alicia wanted to spend days doing carpentry on a wagon.
No,
Yep,
she was busy building the building.
That is true. Yeah, he would have been there to
At least in your case, you could just buy an off-the-shelf one as clear as the closest you get.
She probably would have put a custom order.
Overly fancy, aren't we?
Nothing but the best for her family.
What is it?
Not such, but it probably has a couple extra neat
Oh,
features.
I see cup holders for the ride. I understand.
Among other things. But yes, the cup holders are definitely involved.
leather seats, cup holders, just going full out. But I mean, given it's literally like come before the sunrise.
Is the symbol? Now that we know it's what particular group, can we identify any particular, or is it just more?
No, it's along the lines of like
Proof of.
It's just symbol. It's basically like a symbol, sort of like saying, "Hey, this like
Part of the guild.
this is like a hideout. You're safe here," sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to those. Exactly. If you're in the know, then you know that symbol will give you, or like a symbol will give you an idea of what similar people in the know know. So it's literally just a something going, hey, like I'm like a slaver would have this symbol on it.
Mm-hmm. Alicia will ask, they just approached and gave you this, Cecilia? No trouble caused?
She shakes her head. Says, there's some street urchin, like a runner, brought it to me.
Of course. In that case, I turn to the rest of the group. Seeing them raring to go, I assume that we were going then.
Oh yeah, we are going.
Very well.
Alrighty.
Before that, Cecilia, do you mind if we talk? It's been a while, and unfortunately, the first meeting was a bit busy for both of us.
She like opens her like arms in a welcoming fashion and says, "You are more than welcome to find me. I'm at your disposal." Whenever she
She'll
sort of
have
gestures at the note.
a
Whenever you're free.
she'll have a peculiar expression when she says that, and that is very different than what you used to be.
She grins and says, "Well, you pay for me to go to exotic cities and trade, so I am at your disposal."
Fair enough. This is Silzar, my filterhead daughter.
She sort of scrunches her brow. Says, "Daughter, weird."
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, it's from my flesh and blood, so
she like shakes her head. Whatever works for you, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, how is the caravan doing? I've been unable to get reliable contact beyond the Disney Temple.
Everyone's well. They no one is of poor health, and trade has been reliable.
Excellent. Here, think of this as a welcoming gift. She will pull a pouch from her pocket for you to do with what you wish, and hand her over 100 gold.
Okay.
And I will just remove that from my character sheet.
Okey-dokey.
Hmm?
She'll sort of look at it and say, "Well, I can certainly make use of this. Thank you."
Yes, I'm. From what I remember, your particular hobbies can be a bit expensive and obscure. So, and since you decided to take a chance, I figured a gift would be appropriate.
She nods and smiles. I think it would be good.
Good. And if you could tell Felicia that I was, and keeping her lessons in mind.
She'll say, I will send on a message.
Thank you. I would. It has been a change to be not a part of the caravan. And be a bit more responsible, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not keep you. I will let you rest. And it seems I have to prepare.
She smiles and says, have fun in whatever that mess is.
Well, shrug. Another place to test out some things.
She'll,
I have a new formula. Yes. Kind of go off in a daze.
She'll take her leave. She knows when to just leave.
Yes. Otherwise, she'll be dragged into it.
She's just like, okay, bye. Just walks away.
Mm. Eventually, probably send a note, some goblin over to hand her a sigil so she can get into the keep. Letting Alec know that she has one. Among that.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much all she wishes to do for now.
Well, in that case, since we have to do this before the sun rises today,
Mm-hmm.
should move.
Let me teleport you away.
Yeah, let me adjust my potion.
As it is nighttime. You're closer to the equator than everyone in real world is. So it's a little lighter than what we're used to in real life at this time in winter, but it is still quite dark.
I will be handing out a couple of things for some of the humans.
Could you please describe the Wainwright building?
I can indeed. So what you can see from the outside is quite a simple building with large front doors to get carts and wagons through. The outside is quite sedate, with a single sign that hangs over it saying Vuska's Carts and Wheels. It looks like it's been somewhat renewed in recent years. Laurentius, being a town local, would know that it wasn't always owned by Fadelby Vuska, as it was his father's shop that his father opened it, taught him the ways. It's still quite that mom and pop sort of vibe, and is very much one of those shops that doesn't look good from the outside. It looks kind of almost a little worn down, but everybody knows is where you go to get like carts and caravans, and even people from surrounding towns will come. Traveling merchants will even come to see him to get repairs of the sorts. So he's well known for good work Fidelby himself is a rather shrewd businessman. And he's not the sort of person that will sympathize for the travelers that have like their wagons destroyed by like monsters or damaged by monsters and bandits and the sorts. He just sort of shrugs and hands them the bill.
Someone worked hard on that.
Yeah, and then he's like,
Well, that's unfortunate. Here's the price.
yeah, here's the price to fix it. Go speak to the town council if you think it's a big issue that needs to be dealt with. But he's known to even pay for the odd like bandit hunting group of heroes to keep to sort of keep heat off of his business affairs. So if like a local bandit group comes near Breach Hill, but it's outside of the town, he's been known to pay for heroes to deal with it in case it looks like he has them under their thumb, sort of thing.
Does the building
He's quite proactive.
Does the building have any external windows?
There's a single external window to the eastern side. So
And this is
like down here.
Before dawn, so everything's quite dark, yes?
It's all quite dark, yes.
I have an answer to that. I have 24-hour dark vision potions.
I mean, I suppose that's an option for me and Laurentius.
Yes.
It's a good idea. Dex, for one, would like to skulk around the building to see if we can figure out what's inside.
That was what I was thinking as well.
Are you a competent skulker?
I am a competent skulker.
I mean, probably not as competent as you, but I have something to make myself better.
There are 2 cheetah elixirs in there, if you wish.
I can just be at the front door too.
And 8 health potions in the stash. Alongside 2 energy mutagens. Fire.
I don't feel comfortable drinking that, not knowing what we're going into, but...
Definitely grab a...
Yeah, you can at least have them on
potions.
hand. Yeah. You don't have to drink it immediately, especially since it doesn't last very long.
Oh, sorry, it's not the... Sorry, I gave you the wrong information. It's not... It's not a window on the eastern side, it's another door. There are no external windows.
Not at all.
No, but there are 2 doors. This one, and like the sort of customer entrance to the east, which is a singular square door, basically.
That's unfortunate.
It definitely looks like a building built on a budget. Let's put it that way.
Its windows are
Can the
useful.
doors be peeked through? Keyhole cracks?
Yeah, there's sort of cracks. Give me a perception.
Sure.
An others roll.
Yeah, want to look through the door, absolutely.
Blind or just perception?
Blind. More fun that way. Although the master of perception. My God.
I mean, I am master.
Yeah, you are. So what you see inside is it's a large workspace with a fireplace on the eastern wall. the fire. It's basically a forge, effectively, for like nails and the iron bandings around the wheels and stuff like that. You can see that there's another door, the far side of this large room, as well as some contraption in the middle of the room.
Contraption?
Yes. I'm wondering if you guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like a lathe in the middle of the room for cutting wood.
Okay.
There's like double doors the other side of the room that I mentioned. It looks slightly ajar.
Any sign of people?
Doesn't seem to be anyone that you can see.
Any invisible in 10 feet?
No.
Any traps?
No.
Suppose we should just knock then.
Actually, Laurentius, yes. Laurentius sees a cord running from the lathe to the door. Like to the doors on the other side of the room.
Lauren, the speaker, the whole sort of wall that they are, and I will say this dark vision hand. I can spot a wire going through the lathe and the door.
Suppose protection if we try to come in from behind. I think we should simply confront this person. Go in through the front door as it was demanded.
I'll whistle if we go into the war, start fighting. Because I cannot trigger this bigger action. But I'm going to. But do you want to go first, or shall I just be going?
I lack the stature that allows me to go first anywhere.
Sure. Lauren just knocks at the door, and then slightly starts like open it.
Okay.
Not trying to trigger any traps.
Yeah, you can open it.
Oh boy, it begins. The little symbols on all our character sheets, character tokens.
Pathfinder has begun.
Yes, it has. We're really kicking it off. Oh yeah, dark vision is really coming in handy now.
I mean, I could have made light in here.
No.
You don't want this place to radiantly glow?
No. It hurts the eyes.
But wait, how much light do I produce right now? 60 foot of bright light?
Yeah, no, it hurts.
And 120 foot of dim light?
Hello, anybody in? As Lauren just steps in.
Yeah, so as you call out and step in, a voice you hear a voice basically echo through as a figure makes himself known as he walks through. He has his hands up in the air. Nothing in his hands or anything. And he says, "Thank you for accepting my invitation, friends. And yes, your Wainwright is fine. If our conversation goes well, he'll stay fine. I've arranged for this meeting to ask you about a former associate and perhaps offer you a job. And I've no reason to see anyone hurt, particularly not the poor, exhausted gentleman in the room behind me. So, if you've the inclination, I have a few questions for you."
Ask away, I guess.
Two seconds, sorry.
Who hasn't taken their elixirs of life?
I've taken 2.
Same.
I haven't taken the elixir of life.
All right.
Yes.
So he says, "What became of Voz Lorraine?"
The librarian?
He nods.
Captured and dead.
He nods. Says, "Where are Voz's notes about Elsetta's ring?"
With, I think they would be with us.
Yeah, they would be in the Citadel. Probably in Alex's room.
Don't say that, though.
Laurentius will say someone who we have trusted them with.
He peers between you. Says, "And would you be willing to get them for her associate?"
For you? No.
He nods.
Just to be honest, I don't like your approach on this thing.
Well, what do you know about Alcetta's ring?
Let me just...
Does Laurentius remember the discussion
No,
between
I'm
Alicia
thinking...
and Dax?
I just want to see. Okay. Laurentius will give rough things he knows. They are doors, they have pictures of elven gods, they can be teleported around the wave, that has been confirmed by one door. One of them is destroyed, he knows their location. So, he's diplomatic with this, even if he is completely irritated by this person. And it shows. It openly shows, but he's open without it.
Mm-hmm. He nods. He seems satisfied with your answers so far. And it says, "So, would you be willing to work for my associates?"
Why?
Presumably for coin.
No.
Most likely, no. You haven't offered any us except dubious amount of coin. But you have done something worse.
He says, he basically says, It depends on if you're willing to do the work, how much I'd be willing to pay.
Out of, I guess, necessity, what work?
Well, fetch me 3 people who won't be missed and who'd be excellent stock for the slave trade, and return them here by next midnight.
I want to roll a stealth check for this.
And these people would be...
Anyone.
Actually, would this be thievery? Was sleight of hand is thievery?
Well, depends what you...
What are you trying to do?
I'm going to start stealthily drawing a bomb.
That would be sleight of hand, which is a thievery.
Thievery, yeah. It would be
Okay,
a thief.
they're the same thing for me. So
I should double check
I will-
anyway, but
I will do a private GM roll.
oh no, conceal an object would be stealth. So
Oh,
yeah,
No,
conceal an object would be stealth.
either way, it's the same thing. So here you go.
Yeah, I
Oops,
think
I
with
didn't mean
that,
to do that.
like, the answer that he's giving, I think Laurent is just gonna charge him and attack him. Take his axe, whistle, and charge him. Fully trying to kill him. He's done with this person.
I mean, it's not an unreasonable thing. He's also just gone before a paladin saying he wants you to capture slaves. So it's like,
Yeah, like, no. Like,
Okay.
Was I able to draw the bombs before all this?
Yes.
Okay.
Cheap, get your bonus as you get the whistle.
Alright, then I guess we will roll initiative.
Sweet.
You whistled. We get a +1. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Crit. I was prepared, damn it.
This is the first non-low initiative roll I have had in 8 sessions.
I was also repaired.
This guy is fucked. Oh boy.
Well. Alright.
Apparently, we are not in a
Nice.
mood.
Apparently.
There are a few people that set off Alicia. Bandits, slavers, and Bogarts.
Laurentius.
Laurentius will say to Dax, I leave this crumb in the trap for you. And he will, I guess, just move in front of this guy, taking his axe.
Well, as you walk past the lathe,
Oh, it's like here. I thought it was kind of like
yeah, no, it's this, and the cord is running to the doors to the north.
So I could have gone like this because I know about it. Or
Yeah,
it's too late. Too late now. Gone like here.
I'll let you.
And he is the only one that knows about it, so.
Yeah, because I was thinking it goes here. Not like in middle of here.
That allows him to trigger
Oh,
relatively easy.
Actually, hang on. No, so yeah, just okay. Yeah, you would still trigger it going in there. You would
Okay.
still trigger it. So what happens?
Can I catch it?
He
No.
does know the trap was there in advance. So.
I mean, taking this account, do you know it's there? You could have taken an action to do something about it before you trigger it.
Yeah.
I mean, what sort of would you want to try?
Quick thievery to disarm it?
Okay, it would be an action.
Sure, I can take a one action. I move here, that's an action, then use the thievery.
That, or you can delay after Dax and let him try to do it.
No. Story boys, Laurentius is moving.
Okay.
27.
It is not enough. As
I don't
it's
think I can make it enough.
as the tension of the springs unwinds slightly and unwinds rather violently and hurls like a gear at Laurentius.
Well, Laurentius, of course.
Oh, that's fine. That's not even half of Laurentius' health.
No,
It's
but
third of my health.
it's just
Fine.
Look, it's only one
fine.
dex. It's fine.
It's fine.
Not even.
that's still 8
It's
hit
not
points
even
away.
a dax.
No.
But on a critical, it does apply some persistent bleed on you, Laurentius.
Okay.
So just hit the damage on that.
See, they're
and
just in
it
the
will-
little leagues right now. They need to do at least a dax worth of damage on a crit. So
I guess that's 2 of my actions.
Yep.
and Trap's gone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue moving here. That's all of my turn then. Yeah. I guess I have my axe out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, targeting him.
Just remember to take the persistent and roll for recovery.
How far
I'm
is it
gonna
from-
reroll that one.
Hey!
Yay!
Oops,
You can just
no, don't do
remove the
that.
bleed now.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right, the screen is doing the thing again. Okay. I have to take a step into this room. And if I have to take a step in this room, I might as well go all the way in. And go... Alright, here. And chuck a bomb at him. One of the 2 that I drew. Ouch! I will re-roll that because
That's unfortunate.
that is unfortunate, and I would like to hit, please. Thank you! Of course, excluding the splash damage from it, so Laurentius doesn't get hit. And he has a 10-foot penalty.
Alright.
And then you know what? Let's do another one, yeah? Let's throw one of these. Oh, that's a critical. That's beautiful.
Alright, that is the crit included. Cool.
And yeah, he has now 2d4 persistent poison damage.
He does indeed.
So he is both
44 according to your roll, Daven.
2 times
Oh.
2d4.
Oh yeah, so 44, yeah. Wow. Alicia's pissed today.
Right, because it's a crit, it is 2 times 2d4, so you'll roll 2d4 and then double it,
Okay.
because it's double damage.
Yeah.
Point is, Alicia made her blight bomb extra spicy today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, excluding the splash damage once again, and that is her 3 actions. Oh, unfortunate. That's somebody else's.
Alright. Boop, 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 boop.
Don't think he was expecting us to.
Alright. Let me just check. Yeah, okay. So yeah, out of the door comes this guy. as he comes in and strikes at Laurentius. Wow. They have rolled incredibly well, apparently.
Mm.
Was the other one a nat 20 as well?
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is
No, the other one was a flat crit.
I mean,
This
the good
one
news.
is...
Oh, okay.
The good news is almost no way this is going to be almost no way for this to be a sneak attack. But oof.
It is true. Yeah, it is. It's not a sneak attack.
It's very hard to sneak attack a Laurentius.
Yes, indeed. Which he's a little sad about, but you know, we make do.
Halldamir, this is necessary for me now. I need Silzar on my token.
Oh yes, you do.
He now is effective a part of my combat style.
Yes.
Let me.
For both of us, our familiars are actual playable thing that might actually be used.
Oh, you've
Yes.
got hero. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can summon hero myself.
All right, cool. Yes. So that is his turn. Dax.
Dax will cast Haste on Lux,
Ooh.
and then Dax will hide.
Great decision.
It is truly a Dax thing to do.
You know, I don't know yet what this is all about. There might be 10 more people.
I mean, that's fair. I did see a lot of dice rolls earlier. Right, with my newfound 4 actions, then I've got some choices. I would like to get into some flanking for this, which would be quite nice. Okay, let's do some maneuvering then, shall we? I am going to go ahead and... Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and spend 2 actions to deploy hero immediately.
Okay.
To suddenly dash across the room, jumping up onto Laurentius' shoulder, and he will cast Lay on Pause onto Laurentius.
I feel like you may make another action, and it says literally "lay on pause."
I might. That also means, Laurentius, you get the spell effect of Lay on Hands, so dragon yourself, that's plus 2 AC for you.
Oh, so you could continue the chain of
Hello, Mr. Sneak.
Oh, good. You guys won't be targeted by cones. This way.
I shall now to try to stab the Sneak.
You may.
Yet this still continues of you.
I dislike that 4. I'm going to reroll. It's not letting me reroll.
Cool one.
It's not letting me reroll something, so I'll just roll again. Same thing.
Yeah, just roll again.
Missed by 1 instead.
One.
I mean, it wasn't a 4.
Wow.
There's only so much I can do with bad rolls.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
bit
you
of- bit of-
guys a hero point each because charging the enemy like that was cool.
I mean, we're following our morals.
Yeah, exactly. Right. This happens. Well, Alicia, the lathe sends out another fragment at you.
Ouch.
That late. That.
We might just consider blowing up the leaf, but
Then Lux
no.
critically missed. Oof.
At least it's low rolls around targeting around you too. So
It hit me very well, I will tell you.
It crit. Yeah. And then it actually backfires a little bit
yes,
on these guys.
Yes.
We forgot the bleed for you,
I mean,
Alicia, because it crit.
what I'm hearing, they've essentially just made a deadly Roomba for purposes.
The persistent applies immediately, or
End of your turn.
And your persistent. Yeah.
But if you just hit the damage, it should just apply it to you.
oh,
It
okay,
shouldn't deal the damage to you. It should just apply it.
okay.
to
Because
you.
it knows better than that. So.
Yep, it knows its job. But with that, the Lave's tightly coiled springs seem to have lost all of its tension, and it sits quiet. And thus we move on.
A minus 10-foot movement.
I don't think movement's the problem for him right now.
Well,
He's got Laurentius and Lux in his face. He's not.
There's perhaps not the position he wanted to be in.
Yeah, he's not. He's not keen on being here right now.
I mean, he should.
perhaps talking about slavers.
I mean, he should have researched his targets probably before offering slavery to.
It's true.
A paladin, a tiefling,
A local.
a local.
As he lashes out with a mace, swinging at Laurentius and missing, swinging at Lux and missing, and realizing how what a terrible idea that is, and missing again, and then takes some damage. And
Awesome.
just fails.
That is beautiful.
Back up to Laurentius.
I guess we are dealing with this sneak guy first. He shall receive the fan favorite power attack.
Always the fan favorite.
It's a
yes.
hit.
It is. Ouch.
And then the drop shall get my second attack. Just in case. Nah, that's a miss. Would have hit the sneak. Oh, well.
So you missed an attack.
Yes.
Missed, but not critically missed an attack.
Yep. He
has a trigger on the
melee reach misses him with a melee strike. So against perception.
My perception?
Your perception DC.
Success.
Succeeds. So on a success,
The target.
you are flat-footed to his next melee attack.
His next melee attack.
His next melee attack.
I think he targeted Throp.
Yeah, the
Yes.
missed attack was against him.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, it rolled as the Scarlet Sneak, but Throp has a higher bonus.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So
Much higher
it'd be
bonus.
it'd be flat-footed versus Throp then.
Versus Throp's attack, yes.
Okay.
Throp's
Because
next
that
attack.
is relevant to keep track of.
Yeah, sorry. That was...
Yeah.
I don't know why. I went from his sheet. I don't know.
That's all right.
Anyway, but yes. So Throp's next attack, Laurentius will be considered off guard.
Okay. End of my turn.
So I have a thing for bleed. So I will take out my monstrosity of a gun and blow myself up.
I mean, possibly, literally, we have to see your unstable roll.
You know, it still gets rid of it no matter what.
Possibly replace it with fire. We'll see.
So first, I will roll my unstable check. That's just a failure.
It's
Almost
not,
a
it's not an
success.
explosion.
It's not a critically fail, so I do not, burn myself.
I love that we're talking about explosions like they're nothing.
Look,
I mean, we're dealing with Alicia.
With Alicia around, this is the course of the day. Like, this is just like a Tuesday. This is fine.
No, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, definitely.
There's a reason Cecilia was like, all right. So 3rd, 5th, 7th, so that's 3d10 healing. I will just roll that, because it only has a d10. I get 19 hit points back,
And it cauterizes
and I am no longer bleeding, because I can say that.
Yeah, the ability says you don't bleed anymore. So
Yep.
How do I get rid of that effect?
you can just
right-click it.
Yeah, in your top right, you should have all your different status effects. You can right-click on them to dismiss.
If Foundry would cooperate with me.
Or you can go into the character sheet into the effects section and remove it from there.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll have to do, because
There'll be a little bin icon next to them in the effects section. So take a pick.
yep, there we go. And Silzar, being a deer, is
Mhm.
going to because he has the independent and valet thing on him, which means he can always take one action, and he can hand me anything that is light bulk.
From your person.
So he's gonna on my person. So he's gonna hand me a bomb.
All right.
And it's going to be a light bomb.
Yep. This is what Silzar can do now. Just every round, just one free bomb.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a cone effect. And that's about the limit of what I can do there. So yeah, targeting this sneak guy.
You're really fretting it there, aren't you?
Yeah, I really
Taking
am.
the
I
needle,
really yeah. You know, I checked beforehand, so I was like, "Oh, good. I can still do it." He is now poisoned, because what's more caring than sharing?
Yeah.
Sharing
Yeah.
your dose of plague.
Yeah. So there you go. He also takes 5 slash damage.
He did.
Okay. And that is my 3 actions, because it took me a turn to draw my gun, action to use my Searing Blast, and an action to throw a bomb. Oops. Let me get rid of that. That's not what I'm
All
supposed to do.
right.
This is... as a plume of purplish green smoke washes over him.
Okay. So the sneak is going to turn to. Actually, no, he's going to keep looking at Laurentius. And what he does. Actually, it's a manipulate, so you will get an attack of opportunity.
Ah!
So I'll let you do that.
It's fallen for Laurentius' trap.
Well,
And of course you crit.
That's an interrupt then.
Which goes.
Also,
Yeah.
that's an interrupt with 13
Oh,
damage cleaving.
yes.
You fall into my
13
trap.
damage.
Yep, it was 13 on the dice, so that cleave.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Fool! It
Fool!
was a trap!
Wow. I guess that's unfortunate that it interrupts that. So he
There's an
loses
opening
the
for us.
loses the action.
Does Lux get to trigger attack?
I sadly do not have attack opportunity, so no.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I was hoping that there wouldn't be a crit, but
Did he spend
Yeah.
all his actions on just that?
it was a 3-action.
And you interrupted.
Ability.
Good job.
So,
Poor.
yep.
He
Poor
made
dude
the
just
wrong
got
decision.
shot down.
That's the downside of committing 3 actions to something, because
Yeah.
Oh
Punish.
boy.
It could have been glorious though. But Dax.
Dax could kill steal it once more.
I mean, he could, but he doesn't really have offensive spells that don't set the world on fire.
I mean,
so
do you have a Ray of Frost?
I do, but I could also try to shut off this lathe before it kills everyone.
I mean, if
It's already off.
It ran out of power.
Oh, it is off.
Yeah,
Sure,
the
that's
lave
good
ran
then.
out of tension.
Yeah, Dax is just... Do I have any AoE? I mean, a good old magic missile is not
Yeah,
the
I
worst
was
idea.
just gonna think about that.
And let's do some magic missile here. And we're gonna do 3 magic missiles, 2 against the sneak and 1 against Frob.
Magic
1, 2,
missile.
and 3. 6 against the sneak, 4 against Frob.
Well, it's a good thing that you put 2 against him because he was on 1 hit point.
I can't know that. He just looked very hurt.
Look, as it stands, Dax is very good at analysing combat, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. That's perfect. 1 hit point
And,
worth of over damage is pretty good.
Oh, he. Oh, I see. He was on 5 hit points, not on 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was on 5 hit points. You did one
the point-
more damage than you needed to. It was perfect.
So it was the poison, the crit, and the magic missile all together that
as manacles drop from his hands onto the floor.
Oh, that's what he was
Oh.
trying to try. Sneaky.
Well, as in his name.
Hmm. Now, would this guy be interested in a sword?
please take him alive.
I guarantee nothing. Like, no, in fairness, I should have this to grow on because I can't put away the gauntlet. I'm wearing it, so.
Yes, yeah.
I am going to declare that this guy might be evil.
Hmm.
Yeah, he is. Is in fact evil.
As he will receive a black blade of stars on it swung at him.
Ooh, that's
Unfortunately, I miss again.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, that would have been so like fitting the sword at the Desna.
Fine, I will still, however, also try to non-lethally punch him in the face with the.
There we go.
Of course, that hits.
I mean, it still hurts.
The punch of justice.
The fist of justice.
Wait, I mean, that's not bad. There's a 17 damage punch to the face.
Oh,
It's not bad at all. You're
it's
one
like
away
broke
from
his nose.
You're one away
Has
from
it-
max damage.
Have your knuckles like written good in it since you smite it?
I knew it was a mistake coming here. You might as well surrender now, as Lux is going to try and demoralize him. Just kind of after having punched him in the nose.
Success.
So, just FYI, somebody might want to rush back there to heal a dying cabin crafter.
The issue is spending an action to step up there, then action to open the door to then see what's inside.
I think the doors should be open because the sneak came through.
Yes, it is open. Let me crack it open and
Doesn't appear to be a bedroom.
let you see what you see.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Laurentius sees him.
Right, this guy,
Oh, my shield is no longer up. There you go.
he's here.
Because I smite, swung into it. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Go ahead.
You have a haste.
No, my haste was in there. So.
Okay.
Stab. Wow. Rude.
Unfortunately, block.
Yeah.
See, when Lux rolls low, everyone rolls low.
So, Laurentius, you can see this sneak as he drags the Wainwright down. He is holding a knife to the Wainwright's throat. Holding him effectively hostage. Right. Laurentius is off guard to him.
He is.
So... Woo!
Laurentius,
28.
please gain back 10 hit points for me.
Is it 10 now?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's level +2.
The audacity.
And also he shall be receiving another swing.
Oh, alright. Oh, the
That
frightened.
yeah.
The frightened, just clinching it for you there.
And also just an extra effect. Assuming he survives round to my turn again, my smite has been automatically extended because he hurt an ally.
He did.
So that off guard is only one attack?
It's
Yes.
only his first attack, yep.
Okay.
Second attack. Misses. And the third attack is pointless.
You can have some plague.
As he takes some
It's poison, not plague.
poison and critically fails. Excellent. But Laurentius.
Although, I wonder if I could... Let me go look at bombs, see if I can weaponize plague.
That's what blight basically is. Because poison damage is just like biological damage in this game.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure I can... Let me see.
Visor.
I am level 8. Let me look at the bombs.
Technically his fear would have gone away because he's had a turn, so...
Yes, you're right.
Sadly, as I cannot... I am not yet at the state where I can prevent fear going down around me. That will be a fun day. I think sheep will have fun at that point as well.
No, the closest I found was either the blight bomb or necrotic bomb. So I'll get a necrotic bomb.
Isaac?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
He wants to rescue the...
Either I
He is
attack.
bloodied and bruised.
If you power attack and take him out as soon as possible.
Yeah, but if power attack, I cannot do other thing. I was thinking using this, charging through him, and going for the sneak.
I mean, you potentially...
Charge like this.
You potentially could. You do have that ability.
Yeah.
Depends on how well you think your athletics is, but...
Plus 16.
It might be worth it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to kill the sneak.
I mean, as long as you could get within and
If you can get adjacent,
presumably,
if you can get adjacent to him, he may end up having to prioritize you instead. So,
yeah, it may
Yeah.
be a manipulation action too.
I'm gonna try. Barrel in charge.
Alright.
So,
Roll.
athletics checks.
athletics versus his fortitude DC.
Yep.
It succeeds. Everyone just can just walk past him. That's not going to be enough.
That is
I have
not
a hero
enough.
point. I'm gonna reroll that one.
Alright.
34.
That is
That is enough.
Laurentius can make a stride and then make a melee attack at the end.
Yeah.
So, getting there.
Which has got to be a terrifying scene.
It sure is.
So Lauren is just like goes low and just like Gorforex drops legs and throws him over him and just runs through past him. And then this sneak also will get my second attack. As I smash into his face.
Oof.
Yeah, Laurentius is going to kill the sneak unless he stops. There's no other option for the sneak. End of my turn.
Alicia will take a bomb from Silzar. And throw in acid bomb and a cone, such as that. Is it a 10-foot or 15-foot? It's been a while.
That's only 10 feet. 15 would be one more square.
Yeah.
I think there's been 10 feet.
It's been 15 feet, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so. But it doesn't really matter. It just.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hit those two easily.
It might be a concern for the shopkeep, but, he'll be alive, hopefully.
Acid is better than fire, typically. It doesn't really spread.
Really is.
There's a reason I not used a fireball here.
But, have an acid bomb. And also persistent damage, because I'm rude like that.
Oh, right.
And then he also takes splash damage.
Sure did.
Let's see, what else do I want to do?
You had your free bomb and you've thrown a bomb.
Yeah, I will draw a wand.
No.
And activate it.
It'll be 2 actions, 1 action to draw, 1 action. What kind of wand is it?
Dimension Door.
Isn't that a 2-action spell though?
It just says activate cast a spell.
Yeah, at the Dimension Door as a spell is 2 actions.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. Well, then I will
Most
prepare
spells are 2 actions.
I will prepare that then.
You have the wand in hand.
And I will draw another bomb for my next turn. Because I have a feeling I may need this one, and if he's not dead by then, he might be in my way. And yeah. Sorry, I don't have faith in you, Lux.
Oh, I don't have faith in me either.
That's why you have a faith in a god, right?
Exactly.
Dax is going to cast Confusion on Throb.
Not the sneak.
Nope, Throb.
On Throb. Okay. He succeeds.
He is stunned 1 still.
Stunned 1. Alright.
And he babbles incoherently, which hopefully means he can't order his thugs around.
Oh!
Yep.
Impressive.
It's true.
And then Dax is gonna hide again, sure.
Where are they? Where is this magic coming from?
I mean, if he doesn't have dark vision, then yeah, he has no idea.
Lux.
I'm trying to figure out my order of operations here. But okay. I'll go ahead and try to take him out anyway. Because I might be able to. Who knows? I could actually roll well for once.
Yeah.
I know. Nope.
You've rolled basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
Below 10. Wow.
He's consistent, at least.
Yeah.
Right, in that case...
You know, it's seeing the world in monochromatic.
It is a little bit disorientating, I'll admit.
Yeah, he's just not used to it. That's the problem.
Oh, you're blaming my potions, huh?
Oh, blaming the inexperience of seeing in dark vision.
Lux will move to here. For one very particular reason. Meow. As I then command Hero inside.
Lay on pause.
Yep. As Hero's going to run inside, and I think there's a shopkeep who needs some magic.
Yeah.
As Hero lets out a happy chirp, along with 24 hit points and a +2 to his AC.
It's far more than what he possesses.
I mean, I'm sure he appreciates it.
I mean, he's barely conscious, but probably.
He's probably better conscious now, though.
Yeah.
As the bumps and scrapes and bruises he's been subjected to close. As the god of vengeance's presence is now here.
And it's like Hero's like hissing at the Scarlet Triad sneak.
Right, this guy will go on top of his buddy. Apparently, I need a sheet.
There's a corpse there.
There it is. There's a corpse. We'll stab at the...
That's unfortunate. However, that's also like no damage.
There's like no damage.
It's not
I'm
worth.
afraid to go next to you now because I'll start rolling low.
It's not even worth me spending actions to block that. That's so low damage. Oh yeah, also because it's piercing damage, half it's resisted by my armor.
It hits like a pinky or something.
I took 3 damage from that. You might...
He has a small bruise from where he hit him.
Oh, one miss. Yeah. All right.
This is not a matchup for him.
It's funny enough because me and Dark were discussing about giving him a slashing resistance, and
No, this works perfectly fine.
Oh.
Oh, I also need to go ahead and do this. 1 second. There you go. Just my smite is still technically running.
It just means I get to give him all kinds of other horrible things.
It is. Wow. Just terrible roll.
They rely on the element of surprise.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. As it turns out, sneaks do well when they have sneak attack.
Hard to do that when it's hard to do that when everyone is in,
Meanwhile, Forb
lit up.
Meanwhile, Forb has lost an action this turn, can't speak properly, and is currently melting.
Yeah, the can't speak is annoying, but he'll have to make do.
No, he's only poisoned.
Now, this is a valid use for me to use my new ability. Firstly, I will spend a reactive shield to put my shield up even though it wasn't on my turn. Because I can do that. And since I have a bonus reaction that can only be spent as shield block, I will now proceed to block part of that damage. Because I would quite like not to take that much.
That's, valid. Yeah.
Meaning I would take 30 damage out of that instead of 38.
Yeah. Cool.
Perfect.
So isn't that one with the spines on it?
I don't have the spine shield on me, I have the dragon shield on me currently.
That's right. You upgraded.
The spine shield is currently sitting in my room.
That is
Does the dragon shield do anything now?
What's that?
Does it do anything?
Resistant to fire.
Resistant to fire also lets me avoid AoEs with it.
Okay.
See, they have to stop doing this. Also, he doesn't get a third attack because he's stunned.
Yeah, he didn't get that.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't. Well, he missed anyway. Alright. Laurentius.
Well, this thing is gonna get the usual power stacked.
I figured he would.
Afterwards, he's gonna get just a second attack. Not hitting. That is Laurentius' turn.
See, no, that's ways open, but I feel like it's a trap going next to Throb. So I'm just gonna activate the wand. Now I think I have to do, let's see, because it's an arcane spell.
It's arcane occult, I believe, which means you're fine, actually.
Oh, actually. It is a 4th level spell, though.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
You can cast higher
In that
spell level
case-
stuff from an item, that's fine.
Cool. I use Wand of Dimension, and I teleport.
Okay.
Here seems fine.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah, here seems fine. To be fancy, I'll teleport onto the barrel and sit on it. And toss a bomb that I have in hand. Excluding all splash damage. And he can have, let's say, light bomb. Yeah. There we go.
Critical.
He was not expecting that bomb.
He was not. I do believe he will die to persistent damage.
You know, he might.
So that is my 3 actions. Silzar, still getting an action, will hand me a potion this time. And that is my turn. It's like I'm always under effect of haste, but more generalized.
I mean, it's haste, except only to draw items.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dex will cast Fear, targeting both the Sneak that you can see and Throb.
Their minds are weak.
You know, I don't think so.
Be worried about the voice coming out the door in the darkness, telling you to be afraid.
Who against?
Both Throb and the Sneak, both of them.
Both of them. Alright.
It says target 1 creature, but I'm upcasting to 3, which lets me target 5 instead.
That is fine
Throb
by me.
is frightened 2, the Sneak is frightened 1.
It might be because he's actually dying, so...
Might be.
He's genuinely
And
scared.
then Dax is just gonna hide around the corner again.
Persistent stealth, too, over here.
Yeah, well, they don't have to know that he is a tiny kobold. He is an arcane spellcaster of enormous power that they should be afraid of.
I mean, they are.
Yeah, but not know where he is.
They have no
Yeah.
idea where this master of the arcane arts is, but they are scared of it.
Never mind the enormous axe wielding Laurentius, the bomb chucker of death, and Lux, who's just punchy.
I'm going to try and punch Thorpe in the face. Notably, I'm choosing punch, not slash,
Thank you.
as I will attempt to knock him unconscious here. Our mileage will vary. Though for some reason the gauntlet is registering a slashing damage, which it shouldn't be.
Probably because you usually transform it.
Oh no, I know why. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Deal with that later.
See, you just have to punch things.
Oh, so they have to be frightened as well.
again.
Again, that would have missed by my same margin I keep missing by.
It would have, yeah. But the
Fist of
frightened does it.
justice.
Is that damage right?
That's minimum. I rolled minimum.
2D.
I didn't apply my. I should have applied my smite on him still.
Oh, it's the gauntlet. It's not the actual
Yeah, it's the
blade.
It's got not the sword.
No.
Okay, all right. That's why. All right.
Yeah. Technically, there should be a tiny bit of good on there still. So it should be 4 points of good.
4 bits of good. All right.
I see it's punched in the face.
So close.
All right. There you go.
Keep laying him. Throw
standing.
another jab.
He's still standing, huh?
Barely.
He is barely standing. Barely standing.
Give him a good uppercut.
I mean, I'll try.
A left hook.
See? Keep throwing punches.
All right.
Well,
As
the monk.
that is a non-lethal holy punch to the face.
A non-lethal holy punch to the face. All right. That is important.
He does distinctly have like a large like holy brand on his cheek right now.
As he's not dead, but is
good.
just unconscious.
We can have a talk later.
I said not dead. Why is the overlay there still? I said not dead.
It's fine.
You know, I'll just put him to 1 hit. I think it's because he's at 0 hit points. It's like, oh my god!
You can do what I did before, just turn his token upside down. Just use the scroll wheel.
I'll just mark him as unconscious. There we go.
Okay.
Wow, his bar is so far extended, it actually looks like he has another frightened icon due to the
right.
person.
The effects actually wrap around to do a full circle.
They will do a full
There's
circle,
enough.
yeah.
Oh
I
boy.
tested to see what would happen, and yeah, it just goes full circle.
Which is pretty fun.
And then did they start overlapping all the previous?
Yes,
Oh.
they do. They just start overlapping.
we never actually got that far before, so that's interesting.
Although, to be fair, to get there, you have to add quite a lot of.
I mean, I can add
status
like persistent damage to every energy type there is.
I think it can take 18 statuses before it overlaps.
I know.
so-
I will spend my last point to
Yes.
have hero mew loudly and sweetly, which using my familiar focus. I believe I can activate this right now. Just double check. Doop. Yep, doesn't have to be my tile to do this. So, meow. And I get back a focus point.
This is kind of confusing. Let me just quickly shuffle these because the dead symbol on him was kind of.
Yeah, the magic
Confusing.
missile blasted him to the wall. Yeah.
I mean, you just, as far as he's aware, killed his boss.
I literally just went fisticuffs with his boss with like holy flashes of light.
Yeah, you did. Crazy. Alright, he's gonna try to stab you. Hey. All that damage.
A whole 8 damage.
Why can't you be off guard?
Because we weren't caught off guard.
Oh, why not?
We caught them off guard.
Stab and stab. This sneak also regrets his life choices.
And now there's a devil in the shadows throwing something at him.
Ah, Laurentius. 8 damage. Take it. Suffer. Critical.
You told him to
16 damage.
You have harmed the Laurentius. It is time to die.
Oh, he missed. Well, we know where this is going, though. Yeah.
He technically now.
Yeah. He just melted. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 sec.
His final stab misses, and he falls over on the ground, coughing and bleeding out of his pores.
Again, biological damage, rather horrific. You couldn't pick the kind damage types.
I picked acid, frost, and blight, and mental. Okay,
I mean,
those are my damage types today.
Cold isn't too bad, but like, neither is mental. I don't know about mental actually. I'm gonna go either way.
Migraines are killer, so
Like
literally in this case.
Cold is probably the nicest for the set, but still, it's like,
I don't know. They're all pretty horrific.
Aren't you glad I kept the gauntlets, Alicia?
Yes. You're now. Not only does she think you're a druid, she also thinks you're a monk.
I mean, they can be such druidic claws.
I mean, that's part of why actually it does like slashing damage as an option, because they are described as being like these draconic, these slightly like spiked claws.
So is Laurentius gonna go back and kill the other sneak, or he's gonna help?
I'm thinking. Most likely.
I mean,
most likely.
he's in perfect health now.
Yeah, but he's still locked up and so on. But like.
And unfortunately, while Hero would like to release them, if it's chained, Hero does not have opposable thumbs.
Silzar can.
Yeah, if it's rope, Hero can chew through it. But that's
No, it looks like they were using manacle, so that's iron.
Yeah, unfortunately, my cat can't deal with manacles.
Conversely,
no.
you can let Alicia take care of him.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I'm
if
technically
they're like manacles, I might need like Dax's skills to open them.
I'm technically lying. Technically, my cat could do a manacles by melting them with fire, which.
Let's not add fire to the equation. I've already thrown acid, poison, and
I've been trying to
frost.
I've been trying to avoid my fire spells in here. Yeah, I don't want to cause too much collateral damage.
That was also another reason why the bombs I picked, because all the other ones can cause fire.
Also, giving Hero access to spell delivery for me, totally worth it.
Yeah, I think that settles it.
It's like having reach spell, but on a cat.
And it can reach around corners,
That's true.
which this effectively proved.
Because I knew what was going on over there, which means I could give the command for it.
Yeah. Because I can't select your token, but I'm pretty sure you can't see it.
I cannot, but my cat can. Point is, I knew the hospital was in there, because Laurentius said so, so it's like, okay, go.
Go for the good of the city!
I'm like, Hero has 50-foot movement. It's not bad.
It's not bad, no.
I just wish Hero was independent, because that means on turns where I don't command him, he can come back to me. But I don't have enough. I don't have enough mirror abilities for that.
Yeah.
Few levels.
Do you have any spare feats in your build?
I don't have any spare feats off the top of my head, but we'll see. If Hero ends up being super useful, I might end up replacing something with it. This was the main thing, though, be able to do like ranged heal deployments. It's quite nice.
So what are you doing, Isa?
I'm waiting if Halldamir.
It's your turn.
Yeah, waiting for Halldamir to come back, though, because we need a GM.
Yeah.
Ah.
But I have an idea what I'm gonna do. I'm most like gonna go and power like the guy.
Okay. Yeah, because your damage output far exceeds mine.
Yeah.
I mean, it exceeds everyone's.
And for the attacks to come through this door, the guy needs to be gone. Otherwise, the Kobold will not go through
I'll
the door.
take a stab at unlocking them.
Sure, if you have a thief tools.
Or better yet, I'll probably walk over here, take the keys from his body, and then walk back.
That's an option.
That's a good point.
Okay, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Right. Laurentius.
Eyes on the move. Here.
Ah, flanking team is back.
And then this sneak will get the power attack. Just miss. Oh well, that's the end of my turn.
I will hop off my barrel. Silzar will stay on the barrel. Chuckling and infernal. Go over here. Pat the guy down for a key.
Yep, he has a key.
Okay. Walk back over here. And start the process of unlocking him. That's my turn.
Alright.
I mean, simple.
I did my job.
Yeah.
Dax will Ray of Frost.
Time to corner peek. Go pew.
Corner peek, yeah, he should be hidden, so he should be flat-footed.
Now the tables have turned on the sneak.
Aha. Attack. It's a miss by one unless he's flat-footed.
Yeah, he'd be flat-footed.
I mean, Depends if you beat his previous perception DC, but I think so.
Yeah, he would be.
I rolled a 30 something, so I think so.
Yeah. No, definitely.
20 frost.
Some solid frost.
It's a lot of frost. Very cold.
And suddenly,
And then Dax is gonna hide again. That's not gonna do it. Well, maybe.
I know we can still see you. Where's Quicken gone?
Okay, your target's
I don't know. It's only been 5 rounds.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no,
It's
it's still
there.
no, it's still there. Okay, just
still there.
okay. I was looking confused by something. That's fine. Well, this guy, guess what? He also gets a gift.
Probably Smite that left. That's what it was.
I would declare him to be smitten too.
Yeah. Smote of him. Yep.
As he can receive a sword swipe. I will miss the follow-up hook. And I still have an action to spend, which I don't have a good use for currently. Because I doubt the -8's gonna hit.
I mean,
Maybe it could. But
Raise shield.
my shield's not gonna do any good right now, it's got 2 hit points left.
Ah, okay.
I took a big hit before.
you have a 25% chance of hitting him.
Well, there we go. As he can now receive as he can also receive a celestial left hook.
The Fist of Justice.
Yeah, he surrenders.
Cool.
Accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, accepted. Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
no.
I mean, we'll take the surrender, but I don't know how Lux is going to treat him necessarily after he's surrendered. Necessarily, is the point.
Oh, I'm full on planning on torturing them.
He drops his rapier to the ground, and his dagger to the ground.
Yeah.
And raises his hands. Combat is over.
Here you go, Vaskar. Up and at him.
Fadlby will stand up and say, Why the gods?
Sorry
you.
about the mess. As she glances, towards the frost, acid-covered dory. They probably see a couple.
Here, meanwhile, Hero gently nuzzles the man, slightly licking where his wound used to be, but he healed it up.
Yeah.
It seems that the erstwhile shop librarian is troubles have continued, even beyond the grave.
He looks a bit puzzled and says, the damages, whatever. Who cares? I'm alive. Thank you. And so, his nose is broken, and he looks like he has been beaten and tortured, but he looks better now.
A lot of the bruising has faded now. So.
Yeah, he just looks stiff and bruised,
exhausted,
a bit bloody.
All the cuts are all healed now. He physically will be absolutely fine.
Mm.
Do you need a
She'll
drink,
do a
Gustav?
quick check over him, making sure everything is taken care of. But otherwise, leaving it to the more, as she has recently learned, the more trained experts at healing. But
I
yeah,
want this really-
take care of the manacles and everything, and go back to this individual.
Yeah.
Laurentius will poke through the door and Fusker and say, "Do you need a drink, Fusker?"
He'll laugh and say several.
Have a bottle. He gives him a wine bottle.
He pops the cork and starts drinking.
Is your bag of holding just full of bulk of alcohol?
Yes.
No, my bag of holding is full of adventuring stuff.
Oh.
I'm carrying this with me.
I for a second thought you were going to say, no, I have kegs.
I have 8 bulk of various things in my bag already.
I have to ask, actually, this is just like an out-of-character thing, Isa.
Yes.
Would you be able to spare 2 bulk for me?
Sure.
As I'm carrying 2 bulk worth of kitchen and camping supplies.
I have cookware.
Ah, okay.
I have also...
Okay, if you've already got cookingware, then I can just stash that in the dorm. In the room.
Yeah,
So that's fine.
I have also something that I bought.
Because there's no point me spending 2 of my bulk when I don't have a bag of holding on carrying that if you've got it.
Yeah, I have a cookware. I have also, let me see, this for the better days.
I'm going to have to learn to cook waffles, apparently. Okay.
I have also spyglass and other things.
Wow, the price has gone down on those. I remember when there used to be 1,000 gold for a spyglass.
You know,
Oh, yeah, this is the cheap edition.
Technology's advanced slightly.
Also, I have 5 sets of winter clothing for everyone.
Sorry, I now am amused by the idea of Laurentius going to a shop and asking for kobold-sized winter boots.
I don't have boots, only clothing. You know, it's not super expensive, but I have various stuff in the bag.
Yeah. Lux.
Oh yeah, I will go about securing this guy, taking probably the after-mentioned manacles and chaining him up with them.
Yeah, he has manacles on him as well.
Lux would have done the same with our other prisoner here, because I know there were spare manacles lying around as well.
Yep.
And I will remove everything but his undergarments.
Okay.
Lux does not stop
Because thieves have various ways of hiding things on them, and she is not taking a chance.
So he has on his person a spellbook, some thieves' tools, the manacles that you've put on him that have a symbol that you recognize of the Scarlet Triad. He wears leather armor. He has his mace and 3 daggers.
You know, why not? I will cast Detect Magic.
On?
Just
Like
to
in
see.
general?
Yeah, in general.
Technically, Detect Magic is just a burst.
It's just in general, yeah.
Yeah.
So his mace is magical.
Cool.
And the rapiers are magical.
Excellent.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, she'll make a note of those. When she sees the book and a bunch of arcane lettering and symbols, we'll say, Dax, I believe this is something you would like to look at.
I think so, but perhaps we should help this fella clean up his shop first.
Yeah.
Bring these ones, whatever remains of them, to the keep.
Yes.
And then question him in the morning.
I can help Fusker and inform the council.
I believe
Yes.
the 3 of us could escort these 2.
Hopefully.
Yes. I will need to have a quick. I will need to have a quick word, however, with the storekeep here.
Of course. She will move out of the way. Doing the same thing with the Triad Sneak. Instead offering him to strip himself.
Sure.
I mean, Lux already.
Yeah,
I already said that Lux went through like the purpose of like locking, like already manacling and stuff. So
Yeah, he just has. So he dropped his rapier and a dagger. He has 2 other daggers on him, which he'll carefully remove, like pinching them between finger and thumb to like remove.
Mm.
A key to the manacles, thieves' tools. That's it.
Yeah. She's gonna look at all the bodies and like think of how is she going to deal with these, getting them out. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. But I'm thinking, well, he's got a wagon. Probably got a wagon somewhere.
I mean, Sir Barrington can be called to bring a wagon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You can move the bodies. Well, the unconscious body and the other guy.
Yeah, I will busy myself with that. Intend on bringing them to Alec.
All right. The other 2, Fatal Bee will be like, I'll deal with the bodies. I'll clean them up.
Alicia, nothing is to happen to them until I get back.
Her eyes will squint at the Lux. If that's what you want.
Don't worry, they're not going free.
That's less of my worry. But we'll discuss this when you're at the keep. And continues her busying with the getting them to the keep.
Do any of them happen to have any papers on them?
No, they don't.
No papers.
They don't have any form of like letter or scroll or anything on them. The only form of paperwork they have is the spellbook on Huberk.
Well, I do want to take a look at that for sure.
I can send you a screenshot of what he has.
Sure. Want information. But I guess we could just ask him tomorrow.
That's why I want him alive.
All right, I will transport them to the Citadel.
Lux is also going to wait to speak to Busker until they have already been moved out of the building.
All right, you can absolutely do that. That's, they will be gone. Shipped off.
I will, because I don't see any reason not to. I will just chug a potion. Because I can just do that. 72.
I mean, they're going to run out anyway.
Yeah.
So a Fatal Bee will look to Lux sort of expectantly. He can tell Lux wants to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a businessman.
As Lux waits for the others to go, he sees Hero, who of course healed him, jump back onto Lux's shoulder.
Hmm.
I'm glad to see you're doing well. I know we haven't spoken too much, not since you helped make the cart for my bear.
He chuckles and says, I would much prefer to have dealt with your bear than these.
Well, you will not need to deal with them any further. I'm glad that you're alright, though. I gently pat, gently scratch, Hero under the muzzle slightly.
Hmm.
As it stands, these men have committed sins which, to me, and I believe to many, would be considered irreparable. But in line with the duty of my god, I have a question for you. As the party most wronged here, given they did attempt to murder you, using you as hostage against us, I would like to hear your opinion of what should happen to them.
He sort of swallows, not expecting to be asked, and says, ultimately, I think the slavers shouldn't live. And he gives like a nod.
Lux solemnly nods. Understood. As it stands, their sins cannot be forgiven, and the punishment you have requested would be righteous. You do not need to concern yourself further with it, however.
He seems relieved by that.
And he just kind of sees Lux kind of clutch his holy symbol slightly and give a prayer. As he's actually going to offer out to Vasco to take his hand for a second.
He does, tentatively.
As you'll see a small crystalline kind of object appear. It's like this very beautiful little object in his hands that it kind of looks like some kind of bird, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Please hold on to this. When justice is wrought, just simply know that, well, you will know it has been done.
Yeah. Like, clutches it a bit tightly and gives like a nod.
As of this, Halldamir, this is Lux bestowing him with an Oathkeeper's insignia.
Oh, okay.
So when Lux fulfills his end, he will be informed. Just a magical token from the gods to assure that the righteous thing has been done. Lux will then simply ask if he's injured at all still, if anything was not healed fully.
No, he is fine.
It's been a dark night. I do pray you can get some good rest now.
He'll thank Lux. He's a bit of a reserved man, but he seems very genuine in his thanks.
It's clear right now that Lux is in a state of like very much like you can see on a kind of young face just like this look of resolve of like, no, it is like he's got a duty to carry out now. Even no matter how he feels about it, there's a duty to carry out. That's all one look, but he nods, giving a small, polite look to Vasco, and taking his leave, making sure that if there's any bodies left in here, to personally help carry them outside so they're not dirtying this man's place. As it stands, it is Lux's duty to take another's vengeance and be its enactor, so they do not have to necessarily muddy their hands with it. But also ensuring that justice is correctly brought out with it.
Yeah, outside you see a floating disc with a bunch of leather armor on it and rapiers and daggers.
Lux will head outside. At this point, he's thrown away the facade of stealth because obviously, he is glowing. Though I haven't used the full bright. I wouldn't have used the full brightness of the light spell, but still using a dim version of the light spell. Too. Lux looks really shit.
Yeah. Alicia is just piling the armor and odds and ends stuff on the floating disc, at least the pointy and the useless armor.
I take it Laurentius is already bringing them back up to the keep.
Laurentius is going to inform the council.
Yeah.
As this would concern the township. But she will look at two of you and say, "Shall we?"
Lux will nod.
That will also nod.
Kiro has a very sad look on his face as he rides back up. Not as playful as the cat usually is.
At least nobody got seriously hurt. Well, nobody who was innocent. And we might have a way to get information about the Scarlet Riot conveniently in our prison. The keep has a prison, right?
Yeah,
Not at the moment.
No.
We have rooms, however, we can lock them into.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
you can absolutely do that.
Well, that's going to be in the crypts. Probably.
You can wake them. You could even just wake Halldamir before.
No,
do
Alicia
that.
will stow a couple things in her bag of holding and carry them.
No.
She can
I
carry
mean,
'em.
like, when you're back, you can just wake them up.
Yes. Yeah.
As before they wake up, and they kind of put away, Lux will look over all of you. This probably is not a surprise, but once you've gotten the information out of them, I've not got a choice here. They will die by my blade.
If they survive their encounter with Alec.
Lux pauses for a moment, nods. And that would be acceptable as well.
Yeah.
Either way, they will not live to tomorrow's light.
Perhaps it may take a little longer, especially for this one. She, sort of raised her shoulder a little bit with throw up on her. But let us go and start making her way with the floating disc traveling behind her.
Well, as I was saying that, as like what Lux would say to you once we've already got back to the keep.
Okay.
Lux is not going to immediately say he's executing them in front of them.
No, yeah, I figured you were whispering it to us before we left.
Yeah, once we got back and they're already in prison, just like letting you
Yeah.
know, yeah, that's the case.
Go ahead.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
So yeah, Laurentius will go inform, the council. Whoever is awake, or whoever it is, the prisoner stuff.
Literally no one is awake. It's just the night guards are sort of there.
Yeah, well, he will inform the night guards to wake some of the council members. The one who should wake in case of criminal.
Normally they just sort of hand out sort of give the information to them later. The guards normally deal with stuff while, like, in general.
Please fill out form 13B.
But if
You will-
Laurentius wants one to be woken, they can. It's just not typical.
Well, he will tell them the situation as it is.
Okay.
And leave the waking up to their judgment. They can
They
make
might
a
wanna-
decision.
As it stands, there was
Be alert.
there were slavers in town. They tried to kill one of your citizens.
Yeah, they'll thank you for the information, and they'll send off some guards to go deal with a full report and the dead bodies. And he says, we'll make sure that the council as a whole is informed first thing.
Good. They are taken to the keep, and I do not know how they're expected to stay alive very long.
They shrug and say, heroes, you heroes are more than capable of handling these matters. And if they are already outside of Breach Hill, it is outside of our jurisdiction.
Sure.
Very good.
They are the heroes, that is certain. Anyways, I'm off to guard to them, I guess. Very much dismissing that he's not the hero. The others are. Directing it to others. And he leaves to keep.
Very humble, this Laurentius. Yeah.
No, there's another reason for it.
That must be a new guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this now? I know it's come up to normal end time. Some of us have work in the morning. It's up to you guys. I'm happy to do this interrogation if you want.
I'd rather do it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
let's do
that's
it next time.
Nah, that's fine.
Let's do it next time then.
Like I'm on the fence here. I can go either way. So if you guys want to go next time, that's fine.
We have a week to think about questions to ask.
That's so.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Well, in that case, thank you everybody for playing yet again. I hope you enjoyed this session.